Hello, YUkon 28209. Yes, this is Candy Matson.
The National Broadcasting Company presents Candy Matson YUkon 28209.
Hello?
Oh, girl, this is Rembrandt. I've been trying to get in touch with you for the last 3 days.
I've been smog-bound.
What?
I've been visiting an aunt of mine in Los Angeles, Ducky.
A fate worse than death. However, I am glad to know you're back. How are you feeling for long-hair music, Dove?
I can take it or leave it. Why?
In this case, I hope you can take it. Ever hear of a gentleman named Eric Spaulding?
The noted English symphony conductor? Oh, of course.
I used to know him in London. He's here to conduct a series of concerts.
Bully for him. I know where I can get him a baton wholesale.
He needs more than a baton, Candy dear. He needs help. That's why I'm calling you.
What do you want me to do, look for the lost chord?
You don't know how close to being right you are, girl. Anyway, he's going to drop by my place this evening. I wonder if you could come over, too.
Well, I was going to hit the prone position early tonight, but if you really want me to be there, I'll do it.
Splendid, Candy. Come for dinner, won't you? I just bought a new chafing dish, and I'm whipping up a tasty scraping of pasta rasson.
Well, how interesting.
It is. It's spaghetti a la Watson.
Candy Matson, the girl all San Francisco claims to know personally. That's because she hits the front pages of the newspapers more often than the Three Bridges. Kate, you came in late. Candy makes a tidy little living by minding her own business. The business being one of private investigation. Take this deal with Rembrandt Watson and Eric Spaulding. It sounded innocent enough to start with. A clue here, a corpse there, can make a very interesting story. One that Candy Matson can tell you about herself right now.
What did the man say? A clue here, a corpse there? Well, he's almost right. The corpse came first, the clue later. I also ran across the most ingenious device ever dreamed up to cause a man to lose his job. And I managed to get a little culture on me, whether I wanted it or not. Because in the course of this little deal, I got better acquainted with Mozart, Brahms, Beethoven, even Khachaturian. Bless you. It all began by accepting Rembrandt's invitation that night for dinner and a meeting with Eric Spaulding. For the sake of the musician, I climbed into a gown that made music as I walked. It was cut trimly on the grace notes and called for a reprise every other bar. Then I put on my coda and went over to Rembrandt's place on California Street opposite Old St. Mary's.
Candy girl, welcome to Menard Hill, Lamisere.
Thank you, dear.
Come in, come in. Breathtaking, positively breathtaking.
Thank
you. You look gorgeous in that, what is it, Candy?
If you just stop and consider the thousands of man-hours put in by little worms all over mulberry bushes, you wouldn't ask that question.
Oh, silk.
Mm-hmm. Where's the maestro?
Oh, Eric hasn't arrived yet. He'll be here shortly.
What's his problem, Ducky?
I haven't the slightest idea, but he seems terribly upset. His worry seems to concern itself with his concert tomorrow night at the Opera House.
These boys with the long hair and coattails to match, they're always worrying. I don't know how most of them manage to live so long.
Oh, help yourself to the port, dear. I had some hors d'oeuvres, but Henry, the Great Dane, beat us to them.
Henry, heavens. I haven't seen him in ages. How is he, dear?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, Candy. He's missed you terribly. I'll let him in for just a moment.
Oh, no, Rembrandt, I didn't mean that.
He's missed you so, dear.
Oh, Rembrandt, he's charging me. No, Henry, no. Oh, Rembrandt, help. He's got his paws all over my brow.
Isn't that sweet? Such devotion. Candy, he adores you.
Well, tell him to do his adulation from the floor with all four paws on it. Quick, Rembrandt, I'm becoming pigeon-chested.
What a beautiful picture.
Rembrandt.
Mm. Oh, yes. Henry, down, sir. This instant. There we are.
Now I know how that mud shoal in Chesapeake Bay felt when the big mole landed on it.
Into the kitchen, Henry. Back to your sided beef. That's the lad. Oh, that must be Eric.
Or another Great Dane.
Eric, dear boy, do come in.
Thank you. Ah, what a charming place, Rembrandt. So bohemian.
That's one word for it. Personally, I call it cluttered. Candy, dear, may I present Eric Spaulding, Eric Candy Matson.
How do you do? Really quite an honor, Mr. Spaulding. I've heard many of your European recordings.
Is that a fact? Yes, I had a very good orchestra in London. Nice chaps all. played well together.
I used to know the producer on the Standard Hour. That way I became quite familiar with the playing of the San Francisco Orchestra. How do the two compare, Mr. Spaulding?
That's like trying to compare the Atlantic Ocean with the Pacific. Both large bodies of water, but entirely different in characteristics. However, I feel the San Francisco organization would rate among the best in the world, with the proper conducting.
And you feel you can give it the proper conducting?
Most certainly.
I see.
Why don't you tell Candy about your innovation in music, Eric? I'm sure she'd be greatly interested.
Oh, yes, I'm surely.
It's nothing more nor less than applied showmanship, Miss Matson. I've always had the firm belief that music should paint a mental picture.
I imagine the composers did, too.
So I've made it a point to always include one number in my concerts where we play in fluorescent lighting.
Oh, yes, I recall reading an article in Life about that.
I've been severely criticized for it. I conduct with an illuminated baton. To me, the musical message is much better presented in that manner. The audience sits in the dark. It has a chance to interpret what the composer intended saying.
Could be.
I've been accused of everything from cheap theatricals to degrading the concert stage. But I'm sticking with it. I'm convinced the public appreciates what I'm trying to do.
Rembrandt tells me you're bothered about something, Mr. Spaulding.
Yes, I am. I'm an artiste, Miss Matson. I know only one thing, music. That's why I wish to speak to someone in your line, investigating and that sort of thing.
That sort of thing leads to money.
I know. And I'll be very glad to retain you, if you can help me find out what I want to know.
And that would be?
Someone is trying to sabotage me, Miss Matson. The San Francisco concerts are critical stepping stones in my career. I've given 2 concerts. Each time, during the selection, where we black out the lights, the orchestra, en masse, has hit one foul, rotten chord.
Well, didn't you get it straightened out in rehearsal?
That's just it. It never happened in rehearsal. I've checked the score afterward. Perfect. I've talked to the orchestra personnel. They're more amazed than I.
To say the least, it must be extremely embarrassing at a moment like that.
Believe me, words haven't been invented to describe such a feeling of mortification. The audience starts to titter, then laughs. By then, the whole thing has been shot to blazes. My reputation is at stake, Miss Matson.
I see what you mean.
I thought perhaps with your trained sleuthing instincts, you might be able to help me. My old friend Rembrandt here recommends you highly.
Thanks, old friend here. You've got me interested, Mr. Spaulding. When did you say your next performance is?
Tomorrow night at the Opera House.
Tell you what, I don't know what your contract calls for, but whatever it is, we'll split the fee and I'll go to work for you.
What? Why, that's preposterous.
Isn't the future of your career worth it, Mr. Spaulding?
Why, Very well. I think it's outrageous, but what can one do?
Okay. Now, when do you rehearse for tomorrow night's concert?
Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
Very well, I'll be there. Just one word of caution. Pay no attention to me whatsoever. Make like as if I don't even exist.
Agreed.
Oh, I'm so glad everything's settled. Now we can get to the spaghetti Vasson. Me food is practically chafing at the dish. Let's have absolutely stop, shall we?
The spaghetti Wasson was magnificent. Rembrandt has the green thumb for taking the most ordinary food, adding a bird's nest or two and a dash of some witch's potion, and making it taste like ambrosia. There was only one drawback. For days after, you walked around like you had a red-hot barbecue pit in your stomach. I stopped off on my way home, bought a chronicle, completed the journey, and piled into bed. Then I read the paper, missed Kane, caught DeRoos, glanced at the radio column, and then concentrated on the musical section. There it was, Spaulding's concert for the following evening. The first movement from Brahms first, the Fountains of Rome, the Rienzi, so on and so forth, and for his blackout selection, Swan Lake. With that, I dozed off, and before I could pick up the remnants of a dream I'd had the night before, it was morning and I was dressing and on my way to the Opera House.
Just a moment, young lady. You're not with the orchestra.
No, I'm here on official business for Mr. Spaulding.
Oh, sure. Go right on in.
I passed through the stage door and onto the stage itself. Just as I did, a little faraway thought started tickling the back regions of my brain. Spaulding. By a strange quirk, there was a gal who plays first flute in the orchestra named Spaulding. I worked my way around to where the musicians were unpacking their instruments. There she was, the gal herself. Hello there.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Fine, thanks. You don't remember me, do you? I'm Candy Matson.
Oh, yes, the young lady detective. You used to drop backstage now and then for the Standard broadcast.
That's right.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you. What's this I hear about the orchestra falling on its face the last 2 concerts?
It's an amazing thing, Miss Matson. We're at a complete loss of words for an explanation. I understand it's front-page news all over the country.
And why not? A thing of this sort is news.
Eric's fit to be tied, of course.
I can't blame him. Incidentally, I just happened to think, isn't your name Spaulding, too?
I beg your pardon?
I said, isn't your name Spaulding, too?
Why, yes, it is. We spell it differently, however.
Oh, so?
Yes, Eric spells his name Spaulding. I have no U in my name.
Mm-hmm. You both have a decided British accent.
Oh, you think so? I rather thought I'd lost mine.
No, hardly. Tell me, how do the members of the orchestra feel about these numbers played under fluorescent light?
Well, it doesn't bother them. They think it's slightly silly, but they don't pay any attention to it. Each conductor has his own little idiosyncrasies.
I see. Well, I hope you have a fine rehearsal, Mrs. Spaulding.
Miss Spaulding.
Oh, yes, Miss.
You're going to be around for the concert this evening?
I believe so. I find it becomes more interesting all the time. Something was phony with the gal, but I couldn't put my finger on it. I tossed it off and decided to think about that angle later. In the meantime, I ducked into a quiet corner of the wings and listened carefully to the whole rehearsal. Then it came time for the blackout number, Swan Lake. It went beautifully, without a hitch. At the finish, Eric mopped his moist brow and spoke to the orchestra.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. You all know what has happened in these particular spots. The rehearsal this morning has gone beautifully. I thank you. I hardly think I need to remind you that tonight's concert will be critical, to say the least. If we repeat what has happened in the past 2 performances, I shudder to think what will be said of me and you as an organization. Will you all please pay a special attention to the score this evening for my sake, as well as yours? That is all, and again, I thank you.
With that, Spaulding dismissed the orchestra. I waited a reasonable length of time, then dropped around to his dressing room. The concertmeister was in with Eric, so I waited. And waited. Finally, he was alone. Or so I thought.
Oh, Miss Matson, come in.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Spaulding. I thought you were by yourself.
Oh, 1,000 pardons. Miss Matson, may I present Waldo Raimondi, my arranger?
Mr. Raimondi.
A pleasure indeed.
Now, there was something you wanted to talk about, Miss Matson?
No.
Oh, that's all right. I'm just pushing off.
Do that, will you, Waldo? And take care of that second bar after letter K. It should be an A natural.
No, Eric, not an A natural. It should be A flat.
Ah, yes, that's right. A flat.
Yes.
I'm so upset. Well, take care of it, will you, Waldo?
Righto. I'll see you back at the hotel. Very happy to have met you, Miss Matson.
Also, Mr. Raimondi.
Well?
Well, yourself.
I don't understand.
Neither do I. Let's both get with it. Are you acquainted personally with any members of the orchestra here?
Oh, in a vague sort of way.
How vague would your friendship with the first flutist be?
How did you know about her?
I didn't, but now you've told me. Almost. What about her?
I was hoping this would be kept quiet. She was my wife.
I had a hunch it was something like that. Could she have anything to do with your lack of grace notes?
No, not Nona.
Nona?
The former Mrs. Spaulding.
Well, we've got to start somewhere. She's as good a target as any.
I'm afraid you're on the wrong scent, Miss Matson. Nona and I had our differences. We split up. She came to America and joined the orchestra here in San Francisco. She's respected and admired. She wouldn't do anything to jeopardize her musical career, I'm sure.
But she might yours. Have you cut up any old capers since you've been here, Mr. Spaulding?
No, we haven't spoken. It's an unwritten rule we've both observed.
This has the same aroma Monterey has during the sardine season. Well, I'll keep plugging away. Good luck on the concert tonight. You need it. The hotel where Spaulding and Company made its headquarters was just a hop, skip, and a jump from the Opera House. But I would have looked silly getting there that way, so I drove. A simple question produced results. Waldo Raimondi was in room 1812. And before I could ponder whether that was from the overture of the same number, I was there.
Come in, please. Oh, hello. Come in, won't you?
Thank you. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Oh, no, not at all. Seems we have a music lover in our midst. However, don't you think Eric might resent this little visit? Why, you little...
Cut it, Raimondi. You're lucky I only slapped your face. I'm here on business only.
Get out of here.
Not yet, small time. I want to have a little talk with you.
Who do you think you are, walking in here and making demands of me?
The name is Miss Matson. That doesn't mean anything to you, I'm sure, but I happen to be a private investigator.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think that... you will forgive me, won't you?
I'll call a meeting of the board and let you know. I've got a couple of questions to ask. Give me the right answers and we'll both save time.
Gladly, if I can.
How long have you been with Spaulding?
Almost 17 years.
Did you know that the first flutist here was once his wife?
Yes. We don't talk about it. Neither do we talk to her.
What about this studied confusion that's occurred during the last two concerts?
It's most incredible. None of us can understand it.
No, none of us. Doesn't it strike you that a whole symphony orchestra just couldn't possibly go sour unless the whole symphony orchestra had agreed?
Or unless the score was wrong. But that couldn't be it either. Both Eric and I have checked immediately afterward, and that leaves us...
Nowhere.
Exactly. I have only one further suggestion.
And that would be...
Get better acquainted with Nona Spaulding.
What do you mean by that?
You're a private investigator, Miss Matson. Why not apply the tools of your trade?
The whole thing was becoming as simple as hydrogen. Using my cool Sam Spade logic, I decided to do nothing until after the concert that evening. So I went home to my penthouse on Telegraph Hill, showered, and slipped into something movie writers would have described as comfortable. Then I called Rembrandt on the phone.
Rembrandt Watson Studios.
This is Candy Matson, Private Eyeball.
How delightful. We both got to plug in.
Yes.
What's on your mind now?
You, dear. How would you like to attend the Spaulding concert tonight?
Oh, Candy, I've heard music before.
So have I. But this is more or less a command performance.
I recognize the command in your voice. Very well. Shall I dress?
It's customary, isn't it?
I mean, how would you like me? In soup and fish?
No, Ducky, I've seen your soup and fish. It's covered with soup and fish. No, just come as you are.
Oh, Candy.
Very well. As you say, dress. I'll pick you up about 7:30.
Splendid. Where are we sitting? The Diamond Horseshoe?
That's right. Backstage in the wings. I bustled about getting ready. As long as I was going to be backstage, I didn't have to get too fancy. So in practically nothing flat, I was out in the car and once again driving over to Rembrandt's place. He was ready, he jumped in, and we took off for the Opera House. The carriage trade was arriving at the carriage trade entrance, so I found a place to park out in back, and then we went in, talked to Wally, one of the stagehands, and got 2 chairs on the left. Just at that moment, the concertmeister gave the cue for the orchestra to tune up. That was Spaulding's cue to float out from stage right and make his entrance. He carried more ham per pound than you'd find in a Chicago stockyard. He minced to the podium, bowed, scraped, and faced the orchestra. It all started nicely enough, even though the orchestra was playing as if it were sitting on eggs. First the Brahms, then Fountains of Rome. They took a bath in the first fountain. It felt so good they went on to another. Then another, and they were through all the fountains. Now it was time for the production number. The lights dimmed. The fluorescent lights on the music stands came on. Spaulding flipped a switch and his baton lit up. You could feel a tenseness come over the audience, and the orchestra started hatching its eggs. Eric gave the downbeat, and Swan Lake was underway. Everyone seemed to feel that the worst was over. You could almost hear the snapping of spines as the audience relaxed and settled back in their seats. And that's when it happened. It had happened again. The most horrible-sounding chord I'd ever heard. The audience stood up. This time there were no laughs, just a stunned amazement. The orchestra stopped playing, and Spaulding threw his baton on the stage and walked off into the wings. Slowly the orchestra followed. I was just as dumbstruck as the rest. Then I got my wits about me and ducked around to the rear. Come on, Rembrandt.
To where, girl?
Anywhere. I want to talk to people, find out what happened.
Don't you know? They blew a king-size clinker.
Oh, that was well established. It'll be heard round the world. But I want to find out how it happened. Uh-oh. There's Spaulding talking to Raimondi.
I'm ruined, Waldo, through. Washed up. How can this sort of thing happen? How can it possibly happen?
Oh, look, Eric, calm down. It's not as bad as you're making it out.
I'm not making anything out. I'm facing the facts. I'm through. Do you suppose I can face the critics, the public, after 3 successive performances like this? Oh, there you are, Miss Matson. A lot of help you've been. You let it happen again.
Cool off, Buster. You can't avoid something happening when you don't know what that something is. This is a something that's never been written into the books. Or wait a minute. Hasn't it? All of a sudden, I've got me an idea.
Great heavens!
By all the prophets, what's going on here tonight?
If you'll forgive my sudden departure, I intend finding out. We made like the cavalry going up San Juan. The scream had come from off stage over in the dressing rooms. That's where we headed. By the time we got there, a crowd had gathered. And there, in room 14, with her flute clutched firmly in her hands, lay Nona Spaulding. Possibly. I'm going to try and get through here and find out what happened. Excuse me. Pardon me.
How is she, Candy?
She's not feeling well, Rembrandt. As a matter of fact, she isn't feeling at all. She's dead. This was the kind of development I hadn't counted on at all. An orchestra coming apart like wet tissue paper is one thing, but murder is another. That's where my friend Inspector Mallard comes into the picture. I made a call to headquarters, but he was out. So instead, a couple of his boys came over. I left the entire thing in their capable hands and tried to clear up a little unfinished business of my own. You still play the cello, Rembrandt?
Strictly for my own amusement, Dove. Why?
Well, you know music. Take a look at the score. Right about here.
Yes. This is just about where they hit that foul chord.
That's right. Notice anything wrong?
Let me see. This bar looks all right. And so does this one. They didn't get past this point.
Look carefully.
Why, yes. Little indentations alongside the notes.
Ever so slight, but there, nevertheless. The pattern is beginning to take shape, Rembrandt. And if you'll look again, you'll find these little irregularities throughout the whole score.
Candy, you're right.
Now's as good a time as any to find out if I'm right or not. Wally! Wally!
Is that you, Candy?
That's right. Do me a favor, Wally. When I shout now, switch on the fluorescent lights, will you?
Okay.
Now hand me that score, Rembrandt. We'll place it on the music stand like this. Good. Keep your eyes on this bar right here. Don't look away for 1 instant. Now, Wally.
Okay.
Watch now. There are the lights. What do you see?
Candy. Incredible. That chord changed right before my very eyes. Why, nobody could play that. It has dissonance over dissonance.
That's what you heard tonight. Keep watching. The regular lights again, Wally.
Right, Candy.
There. You see? Back to normal again. But you don't see the bad chord, do you?
No. This is amazing.
Most amazing. The copyist used a certain kind of ink that vanished under the fluorescent lights. And at that time, a whole new score appeared, with that awful chord buried in it. Diabolical, isn't it?
Yes, isn't it? Too bad you're so clever, Miss Matson.
Hi, Raimondi. I wasn't sure for a while, but when Mrs. Spaulding got it in the dressing room, I had my money on you.
It's a shame your knowledge won't do you any good. You're not going to be able to use it. You see, here in my pocket, a very competent 38. Now move, both of you, quietly, over to Eric's dressing room.
You better do as the man says, Rembrandt.
Oh, there you are, Miss Matson. I want
Oh, no, you don't, Eric.
Spaulding, you all right?
Yes. Yes, I'm all right. Just nicked me.
Come on, Rembrandt. He's ducking around backstage. There he goes. He's trapped and he knows it. The cops are over on the other side of the stage.
He's coming back this way.
Rembrandt, the stage has been raised on the elevators. He's going to run right into that opening. Raimondi! Look out! Raimondi! How do you feel, Spaulding?
A little weak. Just hand me a spot of that brandy, will you? I shall be all right.
Sure. Tell me, why was Raimondi gunning for you?
Until tonight, I didn't know he was.
All of a sudden, that name, Raimondi, means something to me. Here's your brandy.
Thank you. Yes, Waldo was a very promising violinist. Great things had been predicted for him until the summer of 1933.
What happened?
We were driving through Sussex when my car overturned. His left hand was badly smashed. Had to have the last 3 fingers amputated. That was the end of his career. First he was bitter, wouldn't speak to me. Said it was all my fault. Little by little, I won him over. Then, because music was his world, I gave him a position of companion and librarian. He's been with me ever since.
Yes, plotting your downfall. And very cunning, too. He waited all these years to pull the switch on his clever device.
Why is that, Miss Matson?
Your wife, Spaulding. Raimondi had it figured out that you'd attach all the blame to your ex-wife.
Poor Nona. Gone. And Waldo, too.
Yes. And all because that accident left a bigger scar on his mind than it did on his hand. Well, I'll see you, Spaulding. That was some concert tonight. It seemed to have just about everything. It was too bad about the ex-Mrs. Spaulding. She let her heart rule her head. She went to Raimondi's dressing room to make an overture, to perhaps make an effort to patch up her lost romance with Eric. She walked in at a bad time. Raimondi was applying the finishing touches to his phony score. There was an assortment of ink all over the table. At the time, it didn't mean anything to Nona, but during the performance, she discovered the same thing I did. After that bad chord, she rushed off stage, ready to apply the crusher to Waldo. He saw what she was up to and beat her to it, with a window weight over the head. Well, like I've said many times, some of that music gets too deep for me. I think I'll just stick to something not quite so complicated. Something simple, enjoyable. Something you can understand. Like bop, perhaps?
Listen again next week at this same time. For excitement and adventure, just dial
Candy Matson, YUkon 28209.
Heard tonight were Hal Burdick as Eric Spaulding, Harry Bechtel as Waldo Raimondi, and Norma Tuart as Mrs. Spaulding. Jack Thomas plays the part of Rembrandt Watson. The program stars Natalie Masters as Candy and is written and produced by Monty Masters. Sound effects are created by Bill Brownell and Jay Rendon. Eloise Rowan is heard at the organ. The characters in tonight's story are entirely fictitious. Any resemblance to actual people is purely coincidental. Phil Walker speaking. The program came to you from San Francisco.
You are tuned for the stars on NBC.
Hello, YUkon 28209. Yes, this is Candy Matson.
the National Broadcasting Company presents Candy Matson, YUkon 28209. Ladies and gentlemen, before we commence tonight's Candy Matson story, it's a very great pleasure to welcome as our distinguished guest this evening the widely read radio columnist of the San Francisco Examiner, who conducts his own radio column under the title Day and Night with Radio and Television, Mr. Dwight Newton.
Thank you, Dudley Manlove. Recently, I conducted a popularity poll to determine our readers' favorite radio program originating in San Francisco. Heading the list, and a top-heavy favorite, was your Candy Matson program. In behalf of the Examiner readers who participated in the poll, I am happy to present this award, which reads as follows. 1950 San Francisco Examiner Favorite Program Award. This certifies that readers of the San Francisco Examiner have voted Candy Matson their favorite local radio program in a poll conducted by the undersigned writer of the column Day and Night with Radio and Television. Congratulations to all who participate on the Candy Matson program, to Monty Masters, who writes and directs it, and to you, Natalie Masters, the Candy Matson star.
Thank you, Dwight Newton. We're doubly proud of this award tonight because next week's program will mark Candy Matson's first birthday. From all of us here at NBC in San Francisco, to Dwight Newton, the San Francisco Examiner, and most of all, you, the listeners, who've made this award possible, our very sincere thanks.
We continue now with Candy Matson, YUkon 28209.
Just a moment, I'll be right there. How do you do?
You are Candy Matson, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. And who are you?
Willa Gray.
Come in, won't you, Willa? Is there something I can do for you?
I don't quite know how to explain this, but it's my brother.
Your brother?
Maybe you've heard of him, Miss Matson. Gordon Gray?
Why, sure, the songwriter?
That's right.
Who doesn't know him? He's written almost as many hit songs as Irving Berlin. What about him, Willa?
Well, like many people I know, Gordon is a crime student for relaxation. He reads all the books, listens to all the radio programs, and naturally he's heard and read a great deal about you.
Well, I'm flattered.
When I suggested talking to you, he agreed immediately.
Talking to me, Willa? What about?
Well, it's his mental condition, Miss Matson. He's suddenly become extremely childish. All day long he sits at the piano playing nothing but uncoordinated notes.
Are you sure they're uncoordinated, or is it some new style he's trying to develop?
Miss Matson, you're familiar with Gordon's work. Songs like Lazy Old June, The Tenderness of You. What he's doing now is just musical gibberish.
How well I remember Lazy Old June. I was just a kid in high school at the time. Oh. Are you living with your brother, Willa?
No, I'm not. Just as well, too. I don't think I could take it.
Why do you say that?
These foolish notes he plays. He says he's working on a thing to be called Symphony of Deth. That someone is going to kill him.
What? Now you've got me interested.
I hope so, Miss Matson. He won't talk to me. Every time I drop by, Gordon just sits at the piano, laughing horribly, and playing these kindergarten notes. As I said, he's a great fan of yours. Won't you go and just speak to my brother?
Sure, I'll see him. Gordon Gray with a shattered mind. What a pity, if true. Think of all the jukeboxes that would have to settle for promissory notes.
Candy Matson, San Francisco's well-known gal private investigator. Merely trying to get her penthouse on Telegraph Hill cleaned, and she walks into a stack of memories. Memories created by a songwriter named Gordon Gray. Symphony of Deth. It never became a popular composition, but it will always be on Candy's all-time hit parade, a tune she'll never forget, because it brought about a very strange chain of events and a fascinating finish to the entire story. Oh, and the in-between department? Well, here she is, the gal who never suffers from gaposis, Candy Matson.
When I went into the cold, hard world to make a living for myself, Gordon Gray was an American institution. That's when he wrote his never-to-be-forgotten The Rhapsody of You. I'd had no idea that Gray was in San Francisco. The last I'd heard, he was in New York, working on the score of a brand new musical. So when his sister confronted me like that, naturally, I was caught a bit off base. She wrote Gordon's address for me, and like the rabbity little elf she seemed, ducked out as abruptly as she came. Then I dressed, drove over to an apartment house on Powell Street, just down from the family club. I pressed the button. It blew an ugly little noise back at me. I entered, went up the stairs to 221. The door opened.
Yeah?
Mr. Gray?
Yes, that's right.
I didn't call you on the phone. I thought I'd just more or less barge in on you. I'm Candy Matson.
Candy Matson. Do come in. Oh, please, do come in.
Thank you.
So, my little sister finally got up enough gumption to call you.
Yes, she came by this afternoon. We had quite a nice little chat.
A nice chat. With my sister? Impossible. The little mouse doesn't know how to put one word after another. Oh, here. Do sit down, won't you? Place is a mess. I've got manuscript all over the floor, the highboy, the whatnot, everywhere. Highball? Spot of sherry?
Thank you. No, not right at the moment.
As you say.
I beg your pardon?
It's nothing, really. I'm just thinking of my monstrous joke. I'm going to be killed, you know.
Yes, so your sister said. Do you mind?
My sister. Young. She's young enough to marry a grandchild. Do you know what? She thinks I'm slipping my cable.
Do you mind if I call you Gordon?
I'd love it. Providing I can call you Candy.
I'd despise myself in the AM if you didn't.
Candy, you're just as delightful as I had you pictured.
Thanks, Gordon. Now, frankly, what do you think? Are you slipping your cable?
Of all the idiotic... Of course not.
Willa seems convinced you are.
Willa's a mere babe, a suckling.
What about this new thing you're working on, Gordon, this Symphony of Deth?
She told you about that, too, huh? That's part of my monstrous joke, Candy.
Want to confide in me? Let me know what this joke is?
I don't mind in the least. You have brains. Not many people have brains in this world, Candy, but you do. And because you have brains, I'm going to give you a challenge.
Okay, let me have it.
Oh, no. The challenge will only come after he kills me.
He? Who are you referring to, Gordon?
That's part of the challenge, Candy.
I see. Do you really believe that someone's out to kill you?
But of course. That's the delicious part of the whole thing. I'm going to be killed. It can't be avoided. That's why I'm writing my Symphony of Deth.
Oh, sure. Now I see.
You're making fun of me, Candy.
No, I'm not, Gordon, really. It's just that, well, I've never met anyone who was happy about the prospect of getting knocked off.
I don't mind, actually. I've lived a full life. I've seen the world, made lots of money, been wined and dined by people in all walks of life. My music will live after me. That's all I care about.
Now I can understand.
There. You see? That's why I like you. You have brains. Shall I play my new composition for you?
If you like.
Very well. As you will discover after I'm dead. It's all part of my monstrous joke. Excuse me. Pay no attention to the technique, Candy, my dear. My fingers aren't quite as supple as they used to be. There. What do you think of it?
Gordon, I think it's a great, monstrous joke.
I knew you'd see it. It's part of the joke. You're really sharp. I knew it. That's part of the joke, and you can see it.
You pay wonderful compliments, Gordon. Thank you. But don't you think this Symphony of Deth is a complete departure from your usual style? From something like, well, the Rhapsody of You, for instance?
Certainly. It's because of him. I had to write something dedicated to him, didn't I?
Well, to scramble a dangling participle, who's him?
The man who's going to kill me.
As I left, I tried to shake the picture of a cackling man playing one-fingered doodles on the keyboard, but I couldn't. The impression was indelible. When I arrived home, I was greeted by the sight of a familiar auto parked out in front. It was my number one boy, Inspector Ray Mallard of San Francisco Homicide. I invited him up to sit a spell and chew the fat.
What's new, Cupcake? I haven't seen you for several days. Seems like weeks.
Ha, a compliment. That means you're after something.
I am not. Can't I ever say something nice without you misconstruing?
Oh, okay. Compliment accepted. Good. What brings you around here this time of day, Mallard, dear? Aren't you on duty?
That's the trouble. I've been on duty for almost 48 hours straight. I had to take a little breather for myself.
Working on a deal?
Yeah, a hot one. No leads, no clues, no nothing.
For a slight consideration, I might be inclined to help you crack the case, Sherlock.
By the way, what are you working on?
Nothing but hope and what's left of the bank account.
You mean to say the great lady Private Eye is temporarily at liberty?
I mean to say just exactly that.
Well, if I'm any judge of your business ability, you've got enough money tucked away to buy the Philadelphia Athletics from Connie Mack. What do you do with all your loot, Candy?
Sew it in hair mattresses and sleep on it. Oh, excuse me a moment, Mallard.
Sure, go right ahead.
Oh, hello, Willa. I didn't expect to see you so soon.
I hope you won't think me a nuisance, but I just had to see you.
I understand. Come in.
No, thanks. You've been to see Gordon. I just spoke with him on the phone, and he told me.
Yes, that's right.
What do you think, Miss Matson?
Very sad, Willa. How long has he been like this?
Just a week or so. He flew in from New York, and I could see the change in him right away.
How long ago did he leave for New York?
He left Hollywood for New York last month.
Was he all right then?
Oh, yes, just fine. He seemed so happy. He just finished writing the music for the new show in the East. But when he got there, the backers, as they say in show business, told him the music was no good. He said he'd return to the coast and redo it. But instead of going back to Hollywood, he came here, took that apartment on Powell Street, and he's been holed up there ever since.
Do you think being told his music was no good had anything to do with his present condition?
Oh, I'm sure of it, Miss Matson. He's always been such a sensitive person.
No, Willa. I've known several people who've snapped momentarily under a terrific strain. Maybe it's not as serious as you think.
But what am I going to do?
Well, first, he needs aid, immediately. I know a Judge Conway here in town. I think he'll help you get Gordon committed to a sanitarium where he'll get the finest medical aid available.
A sanitarium? Oh, no, Miss Matson, that would kill Gordon.
It's either that or have him get progressively worse.
I suppose you're right. Would you talk to Gordon? Explain what must be done? I don't think I'm capable.
Sure, I'll do it, Willa. You sit tight and I'll call you just as soon as I speak with Judge Conway.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I imagine I should inquire as to how much you charge for your services.
No, forget it, Willa. Getting Gordon Gray back to normal will be pay enough.
You're just wonderful, Miss Matson. Goodbye.
Poor kid. So helpless.
Poor kid is right. I couldn't help overhearing. She's about 90% mouse.
She and Gordon must have been poured right out of the same mold as far as sensitivity is concerned.
Is that the Gordon Gray, Candy? The famous songwriter?
That's the one.
And he's cracked up.
Mm-hmm.
Downright shame. Well, thanks, pal. Just the sight of you has picked me up considerably. I'll be getting back to the grind.
Nellie, dear, hold me tight for just a moment, will you?
Sure. Don't let Gordon Gray get you down, Cupcake.
Well, it wasn't a very pretty sight. And I've got to face him again. Thanks for the hug, Mallard. I'll return it someday. Mallard released his grip and left. I snapped my ribs back in place and steeled myself for the ordeal ahead of me. It wasn't going to be easy, but it had to be done. So once again, I found myself ducking down Green Street, over Powell, across California, and down the roller coaster of a hill to Gordon's apartment. He answered the door, and I was met with just as much enthusiasm as before.
Candy Matson, I was wondering where you'd been. You've been gone for ages, darling. Do come in. I've got a surprise for you. When did you get back from Europe?
When did I get back? Oh, just a day or so ago.
Your letters were wonderful. I especially adored the one from Naples. What a time you must have had.
Yes, quite a time, Gordon. How's the new symphony coming along?
That's the surprise, my dear. It's completed. Long last, it's finished. To be perfectly frank, Candy, I think it's great. I've been in touch with Toscanini. He's going to give it its premiere performance at Carnegie next month. I've already sent him the revised manuscript. Can you picture it, Candy? A hushed crowd. Maestro raps his baton. The orchestra comes to full attention. Then that magnificent, firm downbeat of Toscanini's and Symphony of Deth is making its debut. First, the allegretto. Then the molto andante. The audience is at first inclined to scoff, to think that Gordon Gray could write serious music, from lazy old June to Symphony of Deth. Too much of a step, they'd say. Then Toscanini glides into the con moto. The audience tenses, not believing their ears. Little by little, they understand what Gordon Gray is trying to express. Then, as if it were not enough, Toscanini moves into the breathtaking finale. It soars, it moves. It transports everyone in Carnegie Hall into another world. And abruptly, Symphony of Deth. The Symphony of Deth is over. The audience arises as one. They shout for Gordon Gray, the composer. History's being made. More shouts for the composer. But Gordon Gray isn't there. Gordon Gray's dead. Because of him.
Gordon, listen to me.
Because of him. The world will have to be denied any further music from the pen of Gordon Gray.
I said listen to me, Gordon.
Hmm? Oh. Go on.
I want to talk to you. And you've got to listen very carefully. You're sick. You need help. Your sister and I are arranging to have you sent to a home nearby. They'll have you on your feet in short order.
Sent away.
Yes.
That means he will visit me sooner than I'd planned. Very well, Candy. Tell Willa to do whatever she thinks best. I won't give her any trouble.
It's for your own good, Gordon. Believe me.
I know. Candy, you never went to Europe, did you? You were here earlier this afternoon. Isn't that right?
That's right.
You just went along with the gag.
That's right, Gordon.
Yeah. You'll be here sooner. Much sooner than I expected.
Gordon Gray went into the other room and lay down on his studio couch, face down. That's when I tiptoed out of the apartment. If only I could have peeked into the future, I'd never have left, because that was the last time Gordon Gray was seen alive. I went home, fixed myself something to eat, turned the radio on low, and sat down with a book called That Frail Vessel, a book about the behavior of the human mind. Out of one corner of my ear, I heard it. It was the 10 o'clock news over NBC with Sam Hayes. And there it was. The body of Gordon Gray had been found in his apartment. The book clattered out of my hands, and I sat there for a moment stunned. But only for a moment. In another second, I was driving over to pick up an old pal of mine, Rembrandt Watson. There was a good reason for it. Rembrandt's studying to play the cello. On the way over, I noticed the headlines. The police had the net out for Gordon's sister, Willa. Rembrandt was home. He was agreeable to going to Gordon Gray's apartment with me. And before you could bat an eyelash, providing your batting average was good, we were in said apartment alone.
My word, girl. What a garish-looking place.
It didn't belong to Gordon personally, Rembrandt. He was merely renting it.
He still doesn't deny the fact that it's garish. Can't be the truth now. Why did you want me to come to this Victorian mausoleum with you?
Just a hunch, Ducky. Are you still taking cello lessons?
Taking them? Girl, don't be ridiculous. I'm now giving them.
Even better. Just as I thought. The boys in blue haven't touched anything. The manuscript for Symphony of Deth is still on the piano. Can you play single notes on the piano, Rembrandt?
Well, I can try.
Good. Run your hangnails over this.
Strange. This isn't music. Just a series of notes with no meter, phrasing, or regard for the proper time to the bar.
Exactly. Play it just the way it's written.
Very well.
And call out the notes as you go along. I think I'm beginning to understand Gordon's Symphony of Deth.
As you say, C, A, D. And for no reason at all, there's a rest, Candy.
B-A-D and a rest. Go ahead.
E, G, G, and another rest.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes D, E, A, D, then a long gap in the manuscript.
You know what that spells musically, Ducky? Bad egg dead.
Utter confusion.
Mm-hmm. On the other hand, I don't think so. As we say in the movies, continue on.
F, A, G, G, E, D. No timing at all.
That spells fagged.
So am I. However, it goes on like this. D, E, A, F. Another rest, then B, E, E. Ginny.
What?
Through. It's kaput. Finished.
Let's see now. Bad egg dead. Fagged. Deaf. B.
Candy, love. If you're going with the notes of the musical scale, you could spell practically anything out of A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, even from a tune like Ragmop.
But this means something. I know it does. Gordon told me it was going to be a challenge. What? Who's there?
Don't be alarmed, Miss Matson. It's only me, Willa.
Willa, how did you get in here? Don't you know the police are looking all over town for you?
Listen, look, I don't care. My brother's dead. I read it in the papers.
How did you get in here, Willa? The cops are surrounding the place.
I just walked in through the front door.
Oh, wait till Mallard hears about this. Willa, you didn't kill Gordon, did you?
No, Miss Matson, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't.
I believe you, Willa. Because I think I know who did kill your brother.
You do? Tell me. Oh, please tell me.
Down at the Hall of Justice. Okay, let's go. Oh, Rembrandt, bring along that bust of Beethoven sitting on the piano, will you?
Pleasure, dear. I'll be glad to. Candy, this thing must weigh at least 15 pounds.
Well, you're the only man in the group.
Oh? Oh. Very well. Come along, bust. Hall of Justice or likewise.
Candy, what are you doing here at a time like this? Can't you see I'm busy?
Sure, I only want to see you busier. This is Willa Gray. Remember her?
Just the girl we're looking
Well,
for.
save your breath, Mallard. Willa's innocent. She had nothing to do with Gordon Gray's death.
Okay, you know so much. Who in tarnation did?
Put that bust of Beethoven on Mallard's desk, Rembrandt.
I was wondering how long I'd have to hold this thing.
What in the name of Schenectady do I want with that?
There sits your murderer.
Candy, are you out of your head?
No, it's so complex it's simple, Mallard. Gordon Gray works like a beaver for 2 months writing a musical score for a new Broadway show. He takes the score to New York. The producers tell him it's no good. It's the first time it's ever happened to Gordon. It does something to his mind. He broods. He comes to San Francisco. His mental condition becomes worse.
So is yours.
Where you're concerned, yes. But let me finish. Here, take a look at this.
Bad egg dead. Fag. Deaf. B. Okay, I give up. What does it mean?
Bad egg dead. Gordon Gray is referring to himself. Fagged, that means he had come to the end of his rope. His musical knowledge and creative ability were running dry. Gray had nothing more to live for.
Okay, Miss Edgar Allan Poe. What does Deaf B mean?
Well, that had me stumped for a while, too. Then I got to looking at this bust of Beethoven standing on the piano. It seemed to dominate the entire room. Then I put 2 and 2 together and got Ludwig von Beethoven. B was an abbreviation of Beethoven. Beethoven was deaf. Deaf B.
I don't get it.
You will. Beethoven is going to hit an all-time low. The answer lies inside that plaster bust, I'm sure. Stand back, Mallard. I'm about to splatter a genius. Take a look.
Good gravy. A small fortune in greenbacks.
That's right. And a note, too, if these eyes don't deceive me. Congratulations, whoever you might be. You learned the true meaning of my Symphony of Deth. You've also just executed my killer, von Beethoven. Now perhaps he knows how it feels to be cracked up, too. Thanks for participating in my little joke, my last charade. This is my entire estate. Put it to whatever good use you may see fit. Gordon Gray. Oh, Rembrandt, do me a favor. Take Willa outside. The poor kid's pretty badly shot.
Certainly, Dove. Come along, young lady.
I still don't get it, Candy.
It's easy to fill in the gaps now, Mallard. Gordon's music was falling apart. He knew it. So he started swiping melodies from obscure Beethoven themes. But Gordon, with only his flair for writing popular music, couldn't grasp what Beethoven had originally intended. Consequently, the things he wrote were terrible. The more he copied, the more he realized that Beethoven was becoming an all-ruling obsession. It was Beethoven in the morning, Beethoven at night, Beethoven 24 hours a day until it drove Gordon completely out of his mind.
That I can understand, but what's this joke he mentioned?
Well, he was a great mystery fan. That's why he wrote this gibberish thing called Symphony of Deth. A group of notes that spelled out bad egg dead, fagged, death be, and so on. All part of his warped mental condition.
Well, that makes sense. Except for one thing. How did Gordon Gray die? Exactly when he wanted to die.
Mallard, dear, I now know there are some mighty strange things in this world. Even a completely sick mind such as Gordon's has great powers of concentration. Gordon was like a captain without a ship, like a man who's been married 50 years who suddenly has no wife. You probably won't believe it, Mallard, but Gordon Gray, knowing that his mind was shot, and knowing, too, that every last bar of creative music had been drained from his heart, his soul, willed himself to die. Fantastic? Not necessarily so. There are many stories about animals who have done the same thing. And if animals can do it, why can't a human being with a so-called higher plane of intelligence do it, too? So that's what Gordon had done. Taken his life savings, sealed them into a plaster bust of Beethoven, along with his last laugh note, and sat himself down to die. In Gordon's mind, Beethoven had killed him. I can understand why, too. For just before we left his apartment, I found another manuscript. I had Rembrandt run over it. Note for note, it was the Moonlight Sonata, backwards. But in one respect, Gordon had outscored the old masters. He had completed his Symphony of Deth, and Beethoven was in little pieces. That left him one up on another old master, a fellow named Franz Schubert. He'd left one entirely unfinished.
The characters in tonight's story are entirely fictitious. Any resemblance to actual people is purely coincidental. Actors heard this evening were Phyllis Skelton as Willa Gray. John Grover was her brother, Gordon Gray. Jack Thomas as Rembrandt Watson, and Henry Leff as Inspector Ray Mallard. From the star of our program, Natalie Masters, and from her husband, Monty Masters, who writes and directs Candy Matson, and from the staff of the National Broadcasting Company, we wish to express our deep thanks and sincere appreciation to the San Francisco Examiner and Dwight Newton, radio columnist of the Examiner, for tonight's presentation, naming Candy Matson as the #1 program in the San Francisco metropolitan Bay Area. Listen again next week at the same time. For excitement and adventure, just dial
Candy Matson YUkon 28209.
The program came to you from San Francisco. Dudley Manlove speaking. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Hello, YUkon 28209. Yes, this is Candy Matson.
Quita that baby on the tree.
Fix those dolly tracks.
And look out for that cable, it's hot. Give me a hand with this thing.
Mallard, what in the name of the San Francisco Police Department are you doing up here on Telegraph Hill?
Working, Candy, in the name of the San Francisco Police Department.
Here, with these people who are making the movie?
Yeah, how about that? Me, a lieutenant in homicide, and I'm assigned to riding herd on these Hollywood characters.
Oh, it's better than murder.
I'll take murder any day. What are you doing around here?
I did some shopping at Speedy's this morning. While I was pinching the avocados, they told me that there was a Hollywood gang over by Coit Tower shooting some scenes for a movie with a San Francisco background.
They might just as well have stayed in the studio. They brought their own lawns, prop trees, fake bushes, the works. If it ever snowed up here on Telegraph Hill, they'd have brought some of that along, too.
You've never worked in Hollywood, Mallard. Only God can make a tree, but Hollywood presumes to improve on them. What are they doing now?
Just getting ready to shoot a scene, I think.
Oh.
They've been rehearsing it all morning.
What's it all about, do you know?
As far as I can figure, it's a story about San Francisco right after the gold rush. Look at all the costumes.
Very authentic. Looks like they'd been shipped around the horn. By the way, Mallard, do you know who's in the picture?
Some lush tomato named Cherry Dana and a Colorado boy, Buff Arnold.
Arnold? Did you say Buff Arnold?
That's right. Why?
Oh, forgive me, Mallard, dear. I knew Buff Arnold when he didn't have a place to house in. He professed to carry a very warm torch for me.
Aha. So that's why you so casually dropped by.
Oh.
An old flame, huh?
Don't be ridiculous. I didn't even know the guy was here, let alone still in pictures.
A likely story.
All right, quiet, please. Let's have quiet.
Quiet. This is a take.
All set, Mr. Dix. We're ready.
Good. Okay, Cherry, we'll roll this one, take a chance on it. Just remember to keep up against those trees. We don't want any shots of those modern buildings below the hill.
Oh, remember, Red. Where is my old pal, Buff Arnold, Mallard, dear?
By me. Judging by what's been going on, he's not in this particular scene.
All right, stand by. Roll 'em.
Scene 47, take 10.
Wait a minute. Cut. Oh, where's that coming from?
Out on the bay, Mr. Dix.
A fine thing, a present-day steamer whistle in an 1850 picture. Hold it. Ames,
Yes?
let me know when the fool ship is tied up. We won't shoot the scene until it's docked.
Yes, sir.
Oh, darn it. I was hoping I'd see some action.
Well, I'll give you some action. Come on, walk around with me, Candy. I'll show you all the sights.
Sights like what, for instance, Mallard?
Oh, all the lights they brought up here. I must have 1,000 of them.
Undoubtedly to wash out the wrinkles on the leading lady's face.
And talk about props. It must have taken a whole freight train to get them up here.
Oh, I have to have them.
For instance, look, right up there.
Where, Mallard?
Up there, above. In that tree, hanging by their necks.
Oh, Mallard.
Don't jump like that, Cupcake. They're only dummies hanging from those ropes.
3 of them. They look so realistic.
I must admit, they really do. I understand they use them in a scene where they recreate a lynching in Portsmouth Square.
Recreate, did you say?
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. Take another look, honey bun. A good look at the one in the middle.
What are you trying to... Fry me for lard. That one in the middle is no dummy.
You're no dummy either, boy of mine. How many times have you looked up there?
Just a couple of times, but the last time I looked, the one in the middle wasn't an ex-human being.
With that, I toss the whole thing in your lap, Mallard. I promote you back to homicide.
Oh, why didn't these characters stay in Hollywood?
'Tis a bit of a shame, isn't it? Cluttering up our lovely Telegraph Hill trees with gently swaying corpses. Come on, Mallard. Let's give the director a slight touch of apoplexy.
The National Broadcasting Company presents Candy Matson YUkon 28209.
It's funny how sometimes when you're lazy and want to do nothing except live the good, pure life, trouble comes up and belts you over the head with a vengeance. Well, that's the way it happened to me. I'd just finished a deal that took me 3 weeks to crack. I made some good money out of it, banked it, and sat back to relax. But when I heard about the movie company on location on the other side of the hill, my curiosity got the better of me. As of that moment, my contemplated relaxation was at an end. Period. Paragraph. I literally walked right into trouble because there was Mallard and cut down.
Okay, Mr. Dix, take a good look at him. You recognize the gent?
I recognize him, yes, but I don't know him. He was one of the extras we used in a scene yesterday.
Did he come up from Hollywood with you?
I'm pretty sure he didn't. I think he was hired here locally. Wait a minute. Who's this young lady? I don't want any outsiders in on this.
Don't fret your little head, Mr. Dix. Aside from being a material witness, she's a well-known private investigator.
Excuse me. I didn't know.
That's all right. No need to apologize. Some of my best friends are movie directors.
Who would keep the roster on your personnel?
My assistant, Bill Ames.
Is he around?
Well, I'm right here, Lieutenant.
Oh, good. Can you give us any dope on this fellow?
Oh, golly, I'm afraid not. I've seen him, but I wouldn't know his name from Adam.
How about the payroll? When do you pay off the extras?
That's a thought.
We pay off at 5 o'clock tonight.
Why don't we come back then, Mallard? We can check off the names against the pay vouchers. There's one thing extras like to do, and that's get paid. The name that doesn't show up is our friend the corpse.
Okay, we'll let it go like that. What do you pay off?
Room 873, Montfair Hotel.
Make sure everybody's there, unless they want a little trouble thrown at them. I'm sorry, Mr. Dix. You can go on with your shooting now.
No more today. It's too unnerving. Ames, knock it off. Call will be for 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, sharp.
Right, Chief.
Break it up, everybody. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning in costumes. And that means 8 o'clock, understand? Morning.
You mind waiting here for a moment, Candy? I want to put in a call to the coroner's office for a wagon.
Sure, that's all right. Go ahead.
Good. It'll only be a few minutes.
Mr. Dix, pardon me.
Yes?
Can you tell me where Buff Arnold is staying?
What do you want with Buff Arnold, young lady?
I used to know him when he was playing bit parts in Hollywood.
Oh. Did you work in Hollywood?
I did a little time down there, sitting around in agents' offices.
You know, you're a sharp little cookie. Say, all of a sudden I've got an idea.
I'll bet.
No. On the level, believe me. I have a small part coming up that'd fit you to a T. Good-looking gal, wise, supposed to work in her father's store selling supplies to the miners. Can you act at all?
I used to shoot a fairly sharp mess of dialogue.
Do you live close by?
Right over there, 1 block. Penthouse on the top.
All the better. As soon as your policeman friend removes the deceased there, why don't we go over to your place and look at the script?
You know something? I've got an idea that's the idea you had the idea about. Okay, I'll look at the script. But for your information, Mr. Dix, I'm interested only in playing a part in your picture. Mallard came back, and I told him what had developed with Dix. He shot me a look that had more question marks in it than a government income tax form. I assured him I could handle the situation, and he left with the body, still clad in its 49er prospector's outfit. Dix issued some final orders, took me by the arm, and we strolled over to my place.
Charming, but positively charming.
Thank you.
What a gorgeous view. How long have you lived here, Miss... Oh, now, isn't that silly? I don't even know your name.
Matson. Candy Matson.
Candy Matson. Never have I heard a name match a personality so completely. I'm Reginald Dix. Just call me Reg.
As you say, Reg. Would you like a drink?
Oh, splendid. Soda highball?
I think I can scrape one together.
This is absolutely enchanting. I'm going to ask to make all my pictures in San Francisco from now on.
I don't think you'd go wrong. Of course, it'd be a little rough if you were making a picture with an Indian background and needed shots of the Taj Mahal and the Himalayas.
Oh, simple. I'd change it to the Ferry Building in Twin Peaks.
Very good. Here you are, Reg.
Thank you. I can use this after that messy discovery up there on that tree. Well, here's to crime.
That's a charming toast. Now then, about this part you were speaking of, I don't even belong to the Screen Actors Guild anymore.
Oh, mere detail. I'll call the studio tonight and have them arrange your membership.
As simple as that. You know, I think if some of your bright boys got together, you could win the war in Korea without half trying.
Let's not be snide, my dear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, excuse me a moment. Someone at the door.
Certainly. Whoever it is, though, send them away.
Yes, master.
Hi.
Hi. But now that we've established our highs, is there something I can do for you?
I'm Cherry Dana. Is Mr. Dix here?
Oh, why, yes. Would you wait here, please?
I will not wait here. I want in.
Now, just a minute.
There you are, Ed. You have a short memory, haven't you?
Cherry, what are you doing here? I'm having a conference.
So I see.
I hate to mention it, but this happens to be a private home, Miss Dana. I'll have to ask you to leave.
Don't be boring. You lured my director up here, and I'm going to see that some little local wench doesn't put the squeeze play on him.
Why, you pampered brat. Get out of here right now, or I'll show you how a local wench can back up words with action.
Oh, now hold on here, both of you. Cherry, I resent this intrusion just as much as Miss Matson does, I'm sure.
I'll bet. What about me? You said you were going to drive me back to the hotel.
Very well, it slipped my mind. Oh, I'm sorry, Candy. I dislike scenes of this sort. We'll discuss our business later.
Good. I find now that I'm extremely interested. Good afternoon, Miss Dana. I'll see you later. I was so mad I was boiling. If I'd been a thermometer, quicksilver would have been streaming out of my ears. I did the most natural thing, took a shower, and little by little I simmered down. Actors and actresses are like anybody else. Most of them are darn nice people just trying to make a living, but one ham like Cherry Dana can ruin the picture. Just as I was getting dressed, the ferry building siren blew its top, indicating 4:30. I had to step on it if I was going to be at the Montfair at 5 in time for the payroll sequence with the extras. So I stepped on it and found myself in a minor mob scene outside room 873 at the Montfair Hotel. Mallard spotted me, grabbed me by the arm, and took me inside the room.
I really didn't expect to see you, Candy.
Why not?
I thought perhaps you were discussing contract terms with Dix by now. Big Hollywood star and all that.
Oh, Mallard, cut it out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. As I call out your names, step up fast and sign the voucher. Anderson, Robert. Apperson, Lou. Bennett, Bert, Beverly.
I studied the faces as they stepped by the cashier's table set up in the room. They were all types. Anyone could have been a villain, a dance hall girl, a hero, an ingenue, or just plain extra. The roll call droned on in the background. The whole thing took about 10 minutes. And suddenly we were alone. Ames, the assistant director, the girl who had done the actual paying, Mallard, and myself.
Well, that's it.
Who's missing, Ames?
You're in for a bit of a shock.
How do you mean?
Nobody's missing. Everybody listed on our payroll checked in and was paid off.
What?
That's right.
Did you recognize every person who had been paid off?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Well, this is a fine kettle of nothing. We have an extra who's working in the picture, and yet he isn't. So he ends up hanging by his neck from a tree on Telegraph Hill. Who was the Joker?
The Joker, the one you can play wild. Are you sure they're all paid?
Well, positive. Double-checked with their guild cards and signatures.
Well, isn't this cute?
Oh, excuse me, please. Hello? Yes, this is Ames. Oh, yes, Cherry. What? He's what? Great Scott.
What's the matter, Ames? What is it? You're white as a sheet.
Dix. He's just been found shot to death in his room.
From San Francisco, the National Broadcasting Company is presenting Candy Matson YUkon 28209.
Reginald Dix, well-known Hollywood director, shot dead in his hotel room. We were looking for developments. We got them, but not the kind we expected. Mallard led the way up to the suite that Dix had been occupying on the top floor. There was a mob around the door, and my boy Mallard soon dispersed them and instituted some semblance of order. Dix was sprawled out on the balcony overlooking the bay, and an ever-widening pool of blood showed that he'd been hit in the chest. Cherry Dana was pacing the room, smoking a cigarette. Ames stood in the middle with his jaw flapping. And who should be in the room, too, but my old pal from my days in Hollywood, Buff Arnold.
Candy Matson. What a place for a reunion.
Yes, isn't it? How are you, Buff?
Ill. Terribly ill. If I have to step into the other room, I hope you'll understand. Reg was a great friend of mine.
Sure, let's go in the bedroom. You look sort of green. Besides, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you, Buff.
It's a deal. Anything to get out of here. Let's go.
Wait a minute, Candy. Who is this guy?
Buff Arnold, Mallard, the fellow I was speaking about.
Where were you going?
In there, he doesn't feel too good. The closest he's ever been to blood is a bottle of ketchup in color.
Okay. Don't let him out of your sight. I have a flock of questions and need a flock of answers.
As you say, Mallard, dear.
And don't get carried away yourself.
This the bedroom?
Yeah.
Well, Buff, you seem to be doing all right.
A lot different than when I knew you in Hollywood, Candy.
You look swell, Buff. Too darn swell.
What do you mean?
You bring back too many memories.
You look mighty good yourself, Candy. You're no longer a plump little kid just out of high school. You're downright pretty, gal.
In the good old days, I'd have jumped through hoops to hear you say that.
Got any hoops handy? I'll say it again.
No soap.
Maybe we could revive some of those memories, Candy.
Not a chance, Buff boy. Things have changed. Hollywood and everyone in it, including you, are a part of a dim, sad past. And instead of just plain Buff, that's a rebuff.
Very cute. I haven't heard the gag pulled since yesterday.
Tell me, did you hear about the body that was found on Telegraph Hill this morning?
I sure did. Now, poor Reg. I told him this picture had a jinx on it before we left the studio. Little things that happened right from the start.
Like what?
Well, in the first place, I wasn't even supposed to be in the picture. They were going to give it to some new kid as a build-up. A week before the first day of shooting, he up and disappeared. He hasn't been heard from since. Well, they shoved me into the breach. Then the assistant director tripped and fell off a catwalk, broke both legs. He had to be replaced.
Anything else, Buff?
Yeah. About that time, Cherry Dana whipped herself into a batch of temperament and walked off the lot. Held up production a week. Then the luggage for San Francisco was rerouted somewhere else. Never has caught up with us. Now the body this morning and Dick's just now.
Certainly sounds like a jinx. By the way, how do you and the great Cherry get along, Buff?
Fine. I try not to see her except on the set. Come here, Candy. Just let me hold you in my arms once. Just once. I want the feel of someone who's truly genuine.
You're still just a little boy, aren't you, Buff?
Okay, Arnold, I'd like to, Well, pardon me. I hate to break this up, but I want to talk to you, Mr. Arnold.
That was a fine time Mallard picked to walk in. And then I got to thinking, maybe it was a fine time. He was due to have a little fire set under him. As I walked out into the other room, the boys in blue had arrived, and they were swarming all over the place. Ames was no longer present. Neither was Cherry Dana. I wasn't going to give Mallard the satisfaction of an explanation, so I eased out the door and went down to the lobby. I asked where Ames was staying and went back up to his room, 672. A knock on the door produced results.
Just a moment. Oh, Miss Matson. Something you wanted?
Yes. May I come in?
Why, yes. I was just lying down. This thing about Reg has knocked me for a complete loop.
It seems to be quite a shock to everybody. You've been with Reginald Dix for a long time, haven't you, Ames?
Well, off and on, yes. A good number of years.
How about La Dana?
Cherry? Well, I've known her extremely well, even before she became a top-flight star.
Can you give me any idea who might have had it in for Dix? If you can, you better spill. The truth will come out sooner or later, Ames. It always does in things of this sort.
I've only one little thing I can tell. I've already told it to your lieutenant friend.
Oh? And what's that?
As I got back from Telegraph Hill, I dropped by Reg's suite. Wanted to talk about tomorrow's shooting. As I drew near his door, I heard loud arguing.
Arguing? Who were the opponents?
Reg and Cherry Dana.
Mm-hmm. And what were they arguing about, Ames?
You?
So that's it. Tell me, is Cherry the kind of woman who would turn killer on an impulse?
It's hard to say. She has a terrible temper.
Mm-hmm. Does Buff Arnold fit into the picture in any way?
I don't know. He's a sly one, that Arnold. He plays his cards in strictly a commercial manner. May fit into the picture. He and Reg were never too friendly.
I see. Well, thanks, Amesy. I'll leave now, and you'd better lock your door. The way things are going, you might wake up to find yourself dead. I went up to Cherry Dana's suite, but I drew a blank there, no answer. So I went back to the scene of the murder, Dix's rooms on the top floor. Mallard was just leaving. He shot me a look that would have knocked out a North Korean tank at 1,000 yards and started to brush on by me, but I would have none of it. Now, just a moment, Boy Blue. Come on back to that over 21 level. Just because Buff had his arms around me is no sign we were playing a scene from Romeo and Juliet.
I don't think I've seen that close a grip even in professional wrestling.
Oh, cut it out. What'd you turn up in there? Anything at all?
No, not a thing. Can't even find the murder weapon.
Got any ideas?
Lots of them. We've already taken Miss Dana into custody.
I had a hunch it was leading in that direction.
Incidentally, did you ever hear of a Christopher Seema? He's been a bookie around town here for several years.
Christopher Seema? No, can't say I have. Why?
He was the boy who was hanging from the tree. According to our files, he dabbled in everything from gambling to blackmail.
Seema. Seema, that name rings bells somehow, Mallard.
One other thing. This isn't personal, you understand?
Yeah.
But stay away from Buff Arnold. We've got our eye on him, too.
Little things were suddenly clicking way back in my mind, awfully vague, but the old processes from years before were coming to life ever so slowly. Mallard had work to do, plenty of it, down at the Hall of Justice, work in which I was included out. I went outside on California Street, watched him get into a squad car with two of his men, and I waved him a goodbye. That was when I had another idea. Dix's suite. Cops were through with it. The body had been removed. But I had a hunch that was the key to the situation. Knowing the manager of the Montfair, it was no trouble at all to get a key to Reg's suite, and that's where I headed, up to the top floor. I let myself into the darkened room, closed the door behind me. And with the lights of the city way below seeping through the balcony window, I found a place in back of the settee and sat down to wait and think. The balcony window being opened, the roar of the city traffic underneath came gently through and helped my thinking. That's when it hit me. Seema. Several years before I had served my term in Hollywood, there was an actress named Vivian Seema. The same face as that of Cherry Dana. Now the clouds were beginning to lift, and at the same time the door opened in the suite and the silhouetted figure of a man entered the room.
Blast the luck.
Okay, Buff. Relax.
What?
This is Candy. Come on over here by the settee. Hurry, I'm expecting company.
What are you doing here, Candy?
You've got the wrong page of the script. That's my line. What are you doing here, Buff?
Honestly, you've got to believe me. I left my lighter here this afternoon. I was afraid the police would find it. Naturally, I can't afford any bad publicity. It'll ruin my career.
I believe you, Buff. You always were fond of that career, weren't you? Don't answer, just keep quiet.
What's up?
A guy named Seema, if I'm right. Since Reginald Dix didn't like him. Wait a minute. I think I hear someone coming along the hall. The door slowly opened and closed again. The dim light from the hall showed the form of another man. Then the dark figure moved slowly but surely across the room. It stopped for a second or two, as though listening for something. Then moved again to the balcony, out onto the balcony, and whoever it was grabbed the ledge above, hoisted his feet up onto the iron grillwork, and hung over the city. That's when I acted. Okay, Ames, stay right where you are, in that position.
What? You think I'm a fool? Candy's out on that ledge. He's ducked around the outside on that ledge.
I'm a fool. Quick, Buff, go down the hall and get out on the fire escape. Cut him off.
Okay, what are you going to do?
Go out on that ledge after him. You better come back, Ames. You're cut off at both ends.
Oh, no, I'm not. Not with this gun I've got.
That's the same gun you killed Dix with, isn't it? Very clever hiding it up on this ledge out here. No wonder Mallard and his boys didn't find it. Look out there on the city, Ames. One misstep and you go off into space. Think it over. You better come back.
Not on your life.
I'm coming after you.
I'm down at the other end, Candy.
Good. Now we've got him.
Yes. Yes, you have. Obviously, this is the end. Perhaps you don't know what it is to love. Perhaps you don't know what it is to be scorned. I do, painfully so. This is the end. But I'm not going to go alone. You're going with me, Miss Matson, like this.
No, the recoil. It'll knock you right out of the net.
Oh!
So it was just a matter of jealousy. Is that right, Candy?
That's right, Mallard, dear. The same thing you developed when you walked in on Buff Arnold and me.
Okay, so I was burned up. Tell me more.
It was the name Seema that did it, Mallard. Do you know what that is?
All right, I'll play quizzies with you. What's the name Seema?
Seema is Ames, spelled backwards.
Uh-oh.
You see, that was Ames's real name. At one time, he had married Cherry Dana under the name of Seema. When she began to be big in pictures, she divorced him, but he carried the eternal torch.
Silly, she wasn't worth it.
Of course not. Because she collected men. Reginald Dix, not because she loved him, but because she was fading in pictures, and because Dix was the only one who could keep her in front of the public.
Logical. But what about the Seema hung up in the tree on Telegraph Hill?
Uh-huh. There we have the plot. The Seema up in the tree was Ames's brother, a ne'er-do-well. The night that Ames arrived in town here, he looked up his brother, got a bit tight, and told him what he'd done. Caused the original leading man to disappear, shoved the original assistant director off a platform, breaking his legs. In general, did everything he could to sabotage the picture. Then he pulled the strings to get himself named as assistant director so he could be near Cherry.
Love and jealousy.
Mallard, I'll get to that in time. Cherry had vaguely promised that she'd remarry Ames. But when he saw his own brother was going to blackmail him, he went crazy. That's when he strung him up with the dummies in the trees. From there, it was just a step to knock off Reginald Dix and have a clear track for himself.
I'll go back to what I said to begin with. Why did these characters from Hollywood have to come up here to San Francisco and louse up our scenery, as well as our police department?
Oh, to heck with your police department. That's the last time I'm going to climb around a ledge hundreds of feet in the air.
Not so strange. Buff Arnold was out on that ledge, too, wasn't he?
Oh, Mallard, sometimes you make me so... That reminds me. I have a date tomorrow night.
Sure, with Buff Arnold.
No, that's tomorrow morning. I'm driving him down to the railroad station. Date for tomorrow night? With you, Mallard, dear. We're going to see a Roy Acuff movie.
Oh, Candy. Roy Acuff. Monarch of all the cowboys.
Yeah, monarch of all the cowboys. I'll see him with you. And if that isn't love, I don't know what is.
Listen again next week at this same time. For excitement and adventure, just dial...
Candy Matson, YUkon 28209.
Heard tonight were Hal Burdick as Reginald Dix, John Grover as Ames, the assistant director, Mary Milford as Cherry Dana, Kurt Martell as Buff Arnold, and included in the cast was Ken Langley. Henry Leff plays the part of Lieutenant Ray Mallard. The program stars Natalie Masters as Candy and is written and directed by Monty Masters. Sound effects are created by Bill Brownell, and Eloise Rowan is heard at the organ. The characters in tonight's play were entirely fictitious. Any resemblance to actual people is purely coincidental. Tonight's engineer was Clarence Stevens. The program came to you from San Francisco. Dudley Manlove speaking. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Hello, YUkon 28209. Yes, this is Candy Matson.
Well, hello there, Candy. How's the one-woman Scotland Yard?
Okay, Inspector. If business was any better, you fellows could all retire on your big fat pensions. Is Mallard at his office?
Oh, sure. I just left him there. He's working on a deal, but it's all right.
A deal? Oh, I won't bother him then.
It's all right. When last observed, he was perched neatly on the horns of a dilemma.
Ouch. Well, in that case, I'd better go in, Inspector.
Righto. Drop around any time. High heels sound so much nicer than flat feet.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Lieutenant Mallard.
Candy, for Pete's sake, I wish you'd knock when you come in here.
Why?
Well, I might have been,
What, Mallard, dear?
asleep or something. Well, now that you're in, pull up a chair and set a spell.
I heard you were busy.
You heard I was busy, so you barged right in?
I can always barge right out again, you know.
No, stick around. I've done all I can for now.
What have you got, a murder?
In homicide, I'd be working on a purse snatching. Here, take a look. Ever see anything like that before?
Nope. Looks like a small medallion of some kind.
I don't think so. Near as I can figure, it's the symbol of an order or a cult. You recognize the characters on it?
Well, they seem to have an Egyptian flavor.
That was my thinking, too. However, I'm not an Egyptologist.
You can always take it over to the University of California.
University of California?
What's wrong with that?
Well, it'd be like cutting off my own nose. I've got Stanford and 6 points in the big game.
After what UCLA did to them?
Oh, no, sorry.
From now on, I will knock before I come in here. And if I get an answer, I'm going to leave.
You've got a point there.
I know I have.
I mean about taking this over to the university.
Hey, wait a minute. Why didn't I think of it before?
What?
Rembrandt. He has a brushing acquaintance with the Egyptian language and writing.
Rembrandt? Rembrandt Watson? Oh, you're kidding.
No, I'm not. He spent quite a bit of time in Egypt before the war. Come on, get in the car and we'll drive over to his place. I've got to see him anyway.
I'm sorry, Candy. No can do. I got to be in Judge Wallach's court in 10 minutes.
Well, let me have it and I'll take it over to him. If Rembrandt comes up with anything, I'll report right back.
Okay, just don't lose it, that's all.
Why? Can't you get another one?
Well, not this particular one, we can't. We took it off the body of a woman they found floating last night in Stowe Lake.
Stowe Lake and Golden Gate Park?
Mm-hmm.
What a charming place to take your last bath. Oh, I almost forgot what I came here for to begin with. Here's the book I borrowed from you, Mallard, dear.
Book? Which book is that?
Latest facts and figures on the rise and fall of crime throughout the Western Hemisphere, plus a comprehensive digest on criminal trends in the United States as compiled by police departments of major cities throughout the country.
Oh, thanks. Did you get anything out of it?
The book? Heck no, I just barely managed to get through the title.
The National Broadcasting Company presents Candy Matson YUkon 28209.
I slipped the medallion into my coin purse, slipped the coin purse into my handbag, slipped Mallard a peck on the cheek, and slipped out of the Hall of Justice. I climbed into my car and drove over to California Street opposite old St. Mary's Cathedral, almost bordering a little alley facing St. Mary's Square. It is there that a very old friend of mine lives, Rembrandt Watson, the eminent Pacific Coast photographer.
I'm so glad you came by, Dove. Today of all days, I need the firm stanchion of your friendship upon which to brace myself.
Rembrandt, what on earth are you talking about?
Never has the weight of gloom rested so heavily on me shoulders. Never has the mantle of depression hung o'er me head as it does now.
Oh, put the hand back in the icebox. What gives here, Ducky?
You are gazing upon a man about to be bereft of a home.
You mean you're being evicted?
Not yet. One must face eventualities.
Can't you pay your rent? Is that it?
Oh, don't be silly, Candy. I have plenty of money.
Well, then in heaven's name, why the Hamlet routine? What do you mean you're going to be evicted?
Well, simply this, girl. A bunch of uncouth varlets are going to build an underground garage in the square next door. May I ask what is so funny?
Well, you probably won't have to move. Chances are they'll never touch this building.
Think, Candy. The dirt, the noise.
Well, I've never known either one to affect you before, Rembrandt.
It's not myself I'm thinking about. It's Henry, me Great Dane. All those steam shovels and riveting machines that have to give Henry a nervous stomach.
And on a Great Dane, that's something.
Yes, isn't it? And here's something that'll prove I'll be evicted. Look, this morning's paper.
Mm-hmm.
Right down here.
Preliminary to construction of a garage beneath St. Mary's Square was approved yesterday by the Board of Supervisors Finance Committee. The project, recommended by the San Francisco Parking Authority, involves use of St. Mary's Park subsurface area and 7 adjacent parcels of privately owned property in the area bounded by Kearney, Pine, California, and St. Anne Streets.
There. Do you see what I mean?
Well, I'd hardly call this hovel a parcel, but yes, I do see what you mean. Well, what are you going to do about it?
What can I do about it? Look for a new place to live, that's all.
Laddie boy, I'm glad you said that. I've been meaning to have a word with you for quite some time. Now, you're doing a whale of a good business. More and more, you're catering to an extremely fashionable clientele.
That's true.
It's about time you lived the part. Your photographs are becoming known throughout the country. You couldn't have stayed here much longer anyway.
But it has such atmosphere, Candy.
That it does, especially when the wind's from the east. I tell you what, you help me on a little deal right now, and I'll spend the rest of the day looking at places with you.
Oh, Candy, will you? I was hoping you'd say that. You're a lamb.
In the spring, I am.
Oh, I get it. Spring lamb.
Yes.
Oh, la. I feel ever so much better already.
Attaboy. But before you bound completely out of your skin, Ducky, take a look at this. Wait a minute. There.
Fascinating. What is it? An amulet of some kind?
I don't know. That's why I came to see you. What does it say on there?
It's in Arabic. Awfully fine print. What did I do with my glasses?
On your forehead.
Oh. El Madi, El Hada, El Mastakbal. There's one I can't seem to translate. Wait a moment. Oh, of course. Milky.
What does it mean, Rembrandt?
Well, I'm not exactly sure of my translation, but I'd take it to read the past, the present, the future are mine.
Well, that sounds good enough to me. Let me make a phone call, dear, and I'll be right with you. Tell me, Ducky, does that expression mean anything to you? Have you ever heard it before?
No, there are literally thousands of such sayings in Arabic. You could refer to almost anything.
That's what I was wondering about.
Headquarters, DeLucci speaking.
Oh, hello, DeLucci. This is Candy Matson. Is Lieutenant Mallard there?
Lieutenant Mallard? No, Miss Madsen. He left with Judge Wallach and the jury on that Happy Dance supermarket killing. Out of Lake Merced. Probably be there the rest of the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Would you write this down for me?
Okay.
El Maji, El Hader, El Mastakbal, Hum Milky.
Miss Madsen, this is a phone conversation?
It's legit.
Well, in that case, Gesundheit.
Thank you. Now, have you got that?
I guess so.
Good. Just sign my name to it and put it on Mallard's desk, will you?
Sure, if you say so.
Thanks, DeLucci. Goodbye.
Candy, are you crazy? Mallard won't understand that.
Crazy? Just the other way around. This is one night I know I'm going to get Mallard to call me.
Candy, you fool. But you're a nice fool. Just having you assure me that moving from here is the right thing to do has removed all me troubled thoughts. Transformed me into a blithe spirit.
A blithe spirit. Well, come on, blithe spirit. Let's go haunt for houses. Knowing Rembrandt as I do, he's the sort of a man who would open a doll factory across the street from a boys' school. But in this case, I was going to make sure he'd fit the locale to the business and vice versa. But what was the locale to be? Suddenly I had it. There was a barn type of building out on Octavia Street, just off Pacific. Used to be a dance studio, but somehow or other I seem to recall a for rent sign on the place. And that's where we went.
What is it, Candy? Looks like the place might have been a stable.
I imagine it was at one time. I do know it was a dance studio for a while.
It's for rent, all right. There's the sign.
I hope we can get in. You'll like it, I'm sure. It's just ideal for a photography studio. And it has plenty of room upstairs for living quarters and a fine big backyard out in back for Henry.
Sounds ideal. If I could only see it.
Let's walk around to that little wooden bridge at the side. Maybe there's a window we can peek through. If not, we'll run down to the real estate office.
You see?
The outside needs fixing up, but not too much.
No, as a matter of fact, if the place is any kind of shape at all and the owner is willing to talk business, I might be interested in buying the place.
What?
Well, why not? Now that I'm in the mood, and I've saved a fair amount of money the past year or two.
Oh, here's a window. Pretty dirty. Wait a minute.
Can you see anything, Candy?
A little. Enough to give you an idea how much space you have in the studio itself. Here, take a look.
Oh, it's wonderful. Just perfect. I could do all the portrait work up in front there and put all the equipment back in the... Oh!
Ducky, what is it?
I saw a man in there.
Let's see. He's motioning to us. I don't understand what... Is there a door down that way, Rembrandt?
Wait till I take a look. Yes, I see one.
Oh, that's what he wants. Come on.
Who do you suppose he is, dear?
Caretaker, maybe. We'll find out.
Was there something you wanted?
We're just looking around. We saw the sign out in front. Are you the caretaker?
No. I am the owner.
Oh, then you live here.
Again, no. There was a fire here last night. I I came over to investigate.
A fire?
Yes. There wasn't much damage done. One of the neighbors saw it, and the fire department arrived almost immediately.
Lucky for you. How much rent are you asking?
I'm afraid you'll have to take that up with the real estate people. I let them handle all my transactions.
Would you be willing to sell?
I might, but that's something you have to discuss with them, too. That sounds odd, does it not? But much better off if I don't transact my own business.
Sure. Sure. Would you mind if we looked around? Mr. Watson here is rather interested.
I'm afraid that is out of the question. You see, the electricity had been turned off. You would have to use matches.
We'll be very careful, sir.
I've got matches right here in my purse.
No. It is impossible. After what happened last night, I'm afraid things might be misunderstood. I should be accused of...
Accused? Accused of what, Mr.
And what did you say your name was?
I didn't, and neither did you. We have a quaint custom here in the United States.
I am not interested in custom. I'm only interested in keeping my appointment.
You'll keep your appointment, I assure you. Do you remember high-low Rembrandt?
Oh, yes. A quaint little device used with a great deal of success on the gridiron.
Yes. Would you like to take high, and I'll take low?
A pleasure, really. Now?
Get his arms if you can, Rembrandt.
I'm trying to beg us like an eel.
I think he needs a little persuasion on the head, like so.
Oh, dear. I hope you didn't tap him too hard.
No, he just went sleepy by for a little while.
May I ask the reason for this unwomanly outburst on your part, Dove?
You certainly may, Slugger. Look, up there on that beam above us.
Oh, dear. Where are my glasses?
Back up on your forehead.
Oh. Now, what did you want me to see?
Up there. A sign on that beam. Just barely visible, but you can make it out.
Candy, no. El Mahdi, El Hada, El Mastakbal, Hum, Milky.
Sure. I saw it when we first came in. When the boy on the floor mentioned matches, it gave me a perfectly natural chance to open my purse and flash the medallion. He saw it all right. He stopped like he'd been sapped.
He was?
Twice, yes. Once by the medallion, once by me. I think we've got something, Rembrandt. Come on, let's get to a phone and call Mallard quick. And may I say something, Ducky?
Oh, certainly, dear.
Well, I shouldn't say it, but that was the prettiest high-low I've ever seen.
From San Francisco, the National Broadcasting Company is presenting Candy Matson, YUkon 28209.
I left my gun with Rembrandt, who by this time was sitting on our little friend. I took off, found a grocery store about 3 blocks down, and placed a call to Mallard. Fortunately, he was in, and after I told him what was happening, he was out again, this time headed for the former dance studio. I ran back to the place, and Sleeping Beauty was showing signs of coming to, with Rembrandt still riding a choppy sea on the guy's twisting chest.
I'm so glad you're back, girl. Miss Steed is beginning to buck a bit, and I did so want to avoid smacking him on the noggin again.
Yeah, I don't blame you. After a while, it begins to hurt. Here, give me the gun, Rembrandt. Thanks. Now, stand back. If the Joker tries anything, there's going to be badminton with bullets for birds.
Did you get Mallard?
Yes, he'll be here in a moment or two.
In the Hall of Justice? That'll be forever.
You don't know Mallard when he has a chance to play with that siren.
Oh.
Yeah, Tessman's snapping out of it.
Oh, I think, miss, you will regret exceedingly what you have done.
Maybe so, maybe no. Now, care to tell us about this past, present, and future Armine stuff?
I'm not saying a word.
Does it surprise you I know the translation? You might as well tell us. You'll have to in the long run.
I have nothing to say, and I mean that.
I'll bet you do. Wait a minute. See who it is, Rembrandt.
It's Mallard and his platoon system.
Oh, good. Open the door for them.
Ah, this is cozy. All you need is a 4th for bridge. And I kibitz?
He's all yours, Footflat.
Okay, get 'em, boys. Let's go.
Hey, wait a minute. You haven't seen the building.
The building can wait. This cookie's hot, and I want to keep him that way. Like I said, boys, take him away. Give him that big Hall of Justice.
123 O'Leary, and we were at the jailhouse on Washington Street. 456 O'Leary, and our lad was whisked away into the inner sanctums for a pleasant little game called Information, Please. 789 O'Leary, and Mallard was back in his office snorting fire at me. And when he snorts fire, Sister Susie, it's frightening.
What are you trying to do? Have the whole city administration down on my neck?
But, Mallard, what do you mean?
I'll tell you what I mean. We've arrested a man who's completely in the clear. He can shoot the works at us, sue us for false arrest.
Wait a minute. Something's off the beam here. What's his name?
Tessman, Al Tessman.
How do you know he's in the clear?
Because we checked just now. He's been a respectable citizen of San Francisco for over 20 years. Owns a lot of real estate around town. Fine reputation, excellent credit, the works. And you have to stir up a hornet's nest.
I don't know what to say.
I do. Go home and stay there. I have a hunch the guy's going to press an assault and battery charge against you and Rembrandt. And he's got every legal right to do it, too.
Yipes. I wonder how I'll look in stripes. Mallard was just plain out-and-out sore. Judging the mess on its face value, he was entitled to be sore. But I'm not the gal to take things on face value. That sign on the beam out at the old studio definitely had a link with the inscription on the amulet. I was sure of it. And I was sure that Tessman was a link, too. So I fell back on the private eye's first lesson, how to shadow a suspect. The use of doorways, trees, buildings, shrubs, fences, and etc. So hiding behind an etc., I waited outside the Hall of Justice until I saw Tessman leave the building. All he did was snag a cab and disappear into an apartment house on the top of Clay Street. I checked the ground floor and found there were only 3 outlets. The main entrance, the service entrance alongside, and the garage around the corner. I parked across the street where I could see all 3 and waited. And waited. About 2 a.m., I figured Tessman had holed up for the night, so I went home and got myself a nice little jolt. My penthouse was a mess. It looked like a senior-grade monsoon had ripped through the place. It stacked up that Tessman couldn't have done it, so there must be somebody else who wanted in on the act. As far as I could tell, nothing was missing, so I straightened up as best I could and hit the sack. The alarm went off at 5 o'clock the next morning, and I struggled into my clothes, drove over to Rembrandt's place, rustled him into my car, and we took off.
You're mad, Candy. Positively mad. What's the idea of waking me up in the middle of the night?
It's not the middle of the night, Ducky. It's morning. Remember, the early birds get the worms.
For a change, I'd like to see the early worm get the bird. What are we doing gallivanting about like this?
We're putting the shadow on Tessman.
Is he the worm?
One of them. In spite of the fact that Mallard whitewashed him. Here we are.
How lush. The Blake Essex.
We'll just park here. Hunch down in your seat, Ducky. I hardly imagine our worm has departed yet. A half hour passed by. Just as the sun peeked over the East Bay hills and scattered its own bright rays on the water of the bay, a car backed out of the Blake Essex garage. It was Tessman, all right. He wheeled the car down Clay Street, and we followed. He turned left on Taylor, and again when he reached Pacific. I had a hunch where he was going. He crossed Van Ness Avenue, and we did likewise. That was when Rembrandt spoke up.
I hate to mention it, dear, but I think the shadowers are being shadowed.
How do you mean?
I looked behind several times. There seems to be a car following us.
Just a coincidence. I wouldn't worry about it. Look, our boy's turning off onto Octavia. Just as I thought, he's returning to the studio.
What do we do now?
Go as slowly as we can. Give him time to park the car, get inside the building, and then go in after him.
Are you sure you know what you're doing, Candy?
Nope.
Oh. Well, then it's all right.
We'll go past Octavia to Laguna, then down to Broadway, and come back from that direction. That should do it. Now to double back along Broadway.
I dislike being repetitious, girl, but the car's still following us.
Well, there's nothing like a showdown. Here we are at Octavia. Let's find out. Look, across the street at the studio. Out in front there. Bags of cement, sand, and a pile of bricks.
That wasn't there when we left yesterday.
No.
There's our friend, Candy, if he is.
Well, I'm going to find out about this right now.
Please, Miss Matson, remain seated in your car.
There's a gun, Candy.
That's a naive observation, Rembrandt. Looks more to me like a cannon.
I assure you I won't hesitate using it. Now, if you and Mr. Watson will get out in an orderly manner and walk across the street into the studio, there will be no trouble.
Looks like we have no choice. Come on, Ducky. This should be great sport. When When you have a gun that size poking into your nose, it's easy to be convinced. We walked across the street and into the studio. Even with the brilliant morning sunshine outside, the place was dark and grim. And Tessman lad was waiting to meet us, wearing the very latest in smirks.
Just as you planned, Master. It was so easy. They fell into our trap beautifully. And now they shall feel no pain. To work, Tessman. There can be no further delay.
Yes, Master. It shall be done.
He calls me Master. And that is as it should be. Now, Miss Matson, now that you've so conveniently returned to our shrine, the amulet, please.
I haven't got it. I left it at home in another purse.
It wasn't in your place last night.
So you're the character who wrecked my apartment.
That is right. And now, if you will be so kind as to empty your purse on the table there.
You better do it, Candy.
Yes. There seems to be no alternative.
Now the coin purse, please. Yes, the amulet. Thank you.
There's a streetcar token, too. You can have that if you want it.
The past, the present, the future are mine. Mine, Miss Matson. An old saying of one of the ancient pharaohs. I adopted it for myself. Rather brilliant, wouldn't you say?
I'd say you need a new scriptwriter.
Now I shall tell you about your future. This building, being on a hill, was built on solid rock foundations. My faithful servant, Tessman, is an expert stonemason. You see that chamber-like affair hewn into the rock? Tessman is going to build a brick wall across it. You are going to be sealed inside, also like the ancient pharaohs. Only it will take more than a Howard Carter or a Lord Carnarvon to discover you.
The guy was a madman, and a madman usually keeps his word. Tessman went to work. Little by little, the ceiling wall of bricks took shape. Once I pressed my hand against the bricks. They must have been using a fast-hardening mortar mix of some kind. The wall was as firm as the ages. Zoma smiled. Finally, there was an opening just large enough to crawl through. That's when Zoma spoke up.
Enough, Tessman. I will complete the work.
As you will, Master.
My mission here is finished. You three are the only ones who know about me. And so I shall destroy all evidence and move on to newer fields. Tessman, in you go.
What? Master, no. No. I have served you faithfully.
I said get in.
No, I won't die. I won't. Not even for you.
What? That fool. The future belongs to me. You two, get him.
What?
Shove him into the tomb. Now. I trust you won't be quite so idiotic. Suffocation isn't too unbearable. I think I shall call this the Tomb of the Wayward Three. Yes, that will be good. Is he in?
Yes.
Very well. You may follow.
Go ahead, Rembrandt. I'm sorry I got you into this.
That's all right.
And now for the final act. The complete obliteration. Yes. People all over the world have lost their way. They struggle in darkness. It is up to me to bring them the truth. For after all, El Hadi, El Hader, El Mostakbal Humilki, all mine.
What about that woman you dumped into Stowe Lake, Zoma?
A very generous lady. She contributed over $15,000 to the cause. But then the poor thing began to doubt me. Said something about going to the authorities. Most unfortunate. It was then that even I, Zoma, made a mistake. I forgot about the amulet I had given her. She was still wearing it about her neck. I will not make that error again. And now, like the final toast to life, the last brick. Sleep well, foolish ones. Forever.
Get your hands straight up in the air, Mac.
You desecrator!
I said get your hands up.
Yes, I will, like this.
Candy, where are you?
Over here, Mallard. Behind this brick wall.
A fine thing, that's all I've got to say. Running around and messing things up. Boy, he's really got you tucked away, hasn't he?
Come on, Mallard. Get us out of here. We can hardly breathe.
We?
Rembrandt and I.
Oh, no.
Your pal Tessman, who's past breathing.
Boy, you can sure do it, can't you, Candy? I think I ought to leave you in there. You almost messed this whole thing up.
I did? How?
Why did you think we released Tessman?
Tessman.
Yeah, I know. Ollie Tessman. I'll call him Tessman, because it was the first lead we got on this joker Zoma. We've been after him for months.
Why?
Playing on the superstitious people with a yen for the occult. We had nothing to go on until we fished that woman out of Stowe Lake with the amulet around her neck. Then you have to go and stick your pretty nose into the picture.
What about Tessman?
Up until he met Zoma, he was okay. Doing quite well in real estate. Then along came the master. Tessman turned over the studio for Zoma to use as a temple. But after he dumped the tomato into Stowe Lake, Zoma realized he'd have to liquidate his affairs and get the bejavers to other parts of the country. With you and Rembrandt making like cops and robbers, he knew he had 3 people to get out of the way. He almost got away with it.
But how did you get here when you did?
Sheer luck, Cupcake. I was only returning to make a routine checkup on this joint. Sister, are you lucky?
You can say that again.
All right. Sister, are you?
Oh.
On second thought, maybe you aren't.
What do you mean, Mallard, dear?
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's an interfering woman. I think I'll just leave you in there.
Mallard, no!
Irene, good night. Irene, good night.
Mallard, you can't do this.
Irene,
get us out of here.
Okay, on one condition.
Sure. What is it?
Promise you'll go to a Roy Acuff movie with me tonight.
Roy Acuff movie. What do you think, Rembrandt?
A fate worse than death.
That's what I thought, too. So long, Mallard. On your way out, just seal in that last brick, will you?
Listen again next week at this same time. For excitement and adventure, just dial
Candy Matson YUkon 28209.
The part of Tessman was played by John Grover. Zoma was Lou Tobin. Henry Leff is heard as Lieutenant Ray Mallard, and Jack Thomas is Rembrandt Watson. The program stars Natalie Masters and is written and directed by Monty Masters. Bill Brownell creates the sound effects, and Eloise Rowan is heard at the organ. Our engineer was Frank Barron. Any resemblance to actual people is purely coincidental. The characters in the story were entirely fictitious. The program came to you from San Francisco. Dudley Manlove speaking. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Hello, YUkon 28209. Yes, this is Candy Matson. Come on, Mallard. Stop pouting. Enjoy yourself. It's earlier than you think.
Monterey at Christmas time is delightful. Carmel is most enchanting. Salinas I enjoyed. But to haul us way over to some unexplored cannibal country is too much.
Did you hear that, Rembrandt? Cannibal country, he calls it.
Mallard, me boy, this may come as a shock, but San Juan Bautista was founded by the Franciscan Fathers in 1797.
I remember it as though it were yesterday.
Don't let him bother you, Ducky. Mallard can't stand this wonderful air. He misses the gas fumes of the big city.
It's not that, Candy, but I do want to get back.
Relax, Max. You had a chance to take 2 days off, so make the most of them.
What's the name of this town again?
San Juan Bautista. You'll love it, Mallard, dear, really. The mission, all the old buildings still standing.
Oh, you'll adore it. Honestly, you will.
Look, Rembrandt, old friend, I may like a thing, but I'll be hanged if I'll adore it.
As you will, minion.
How much farther, Candy?
We're just entering the town now. I thought we'd take a look at the mission first.
Okay. Hey, this is a cute little town at that.
That's my boy. I knew you'd warm up once I got you over here. You know, strictly from a police angle, you might be interested in knowing that Joaquin Murrieta visited here more than once. So did Three-Fingered Jack.
Where's my shooting iron? I'll get the varmints.
Take it easy, Hopalong. We're approaching the mission.
For golly's sakes. It's a big one.
Isn't it beautiful, Mallard? And don't you get a whole flood of thoughts going through your head when you look at it?
Yeah.
With a little imagination, one could almost see the native Indians walking back and forth, coming into town for the evening vespers.
I only hope the mission's open.
Well, let's find out.
Good idea.
I think I see one of the fathers down the front, Candy. You can ask him.
Thank you, Ducky. Yes, let's go. Good afternoon, Father.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good afternoon, young lady.
Can you tell me if the mission is open this afternoon?
Oh, yes, most certainly. Do forgive me if I appear somewhat startled. I was picking these red berries, and I failed to hear you drive up.
I'm sorry, Father.
Oh, that's quite all right. I fear my thoughts were wandering.
Pardon me, may I introduce Mr. Watson?
How do you do, Father?
And this gentleman is Lieutenant Mallard.
How are you, sir?
Lieutenant?
No, not military, Father. I'm with the San Francisco police.
The police?
No, Father, we're not here on business.
I was wondering. I thought for a moment that Father Philip might have reported me.
Reported you? For what, Father?
At lunchtime, I made a frightful mistake. By error, I ate his apple. Right under his very nose, too. Oh, pardon me. I'm Father Paulino.
I'm very happy to know you, Father. My name is Candy Matson.
I have some free time. I would be pleased to show you about. May I?
We'd be delighted, Father Paulino.
I think we can start with the yard. It gets dark so early this time of year.
Father Paulino! Father Paulino!
Why, it's Miguel Torres. What could be wrong?
Oh, Father Paulino, it is there.
Miguel, my son, what is it? What has happened?
Oh, the most awful thing you ever hear of. Vicente, he just shoot himself.
Merciful heaven. Is he badly hurt, Miguel?
Oh, I think he is dying, Father.
No. Oh, the poor boy. Where is he?
At his house.
Excuse me, Miss Matson. I must leave immediately.
Would my car be of any help, Father?
The car? Yes, thank you.
From Studio A in San Francisco's Radio City, the National Broadcasting Company presents Candy Matson, YUkon 28209.
Tragedy in the sleepy little California mission town of San Juan Bautista. But it wasn't the first time. If you look around the side of the mission, you'll see that the place marks the mass grave of 12,000 Indians who died in a smallpox epidemic years ago. San Juan has seen knifings, too, and other shootings. It had lived a rowdy life in the dim years gone by, and obviously the rowdiness was still alive in a minor sort of fashion. We got in the car, and with Miguel directing us in broken English and Latin gestures, we made our way out on a dirt road about 3 miles outside of town near the granite quarry. We finally pulled up in front of a one-story wooden house that must have been built before the turn of the century. We went inside, and There was the prone form of a Mexican boy of about 21 or 2.
There he is, Father. Is he all right?
I don't know, Miguel. I'll have to see.
He's gone, isn't he, Father?
Yes. May his soul dwell eternally in peace.
He is dead?
Miguel, listen to me. His flesh is cold, yes, but his soul still lives. Do you understand what I'm saying, my son?
Yes, Father Paulino.
Wait a moment. Mallard. Look. Here, where he was shot.
Well. If Vicente knocked himself off, he certainly did it the hard way.
You're not kidding.
Miss Matson, would you mind very much if we brought the body back in with us to the mission?
I'm afraid we can't, Father. Would you step over here? I have something to tell you.
Certainly, Miss Matson. You wear a look of concern. Is there something wrong?
I'm afraid there is, Father Paulino.
What do you mean?
Well, it looks very much as though this wasn't self-inflicted.
What? You don't mean that... Miss Matson, are you sure of what you're saying?
Reasonably so, Father. You see, a gun held at close range leaves powder marks. Vicente's wound is as clean as a whistle.
Well, I don't know what to say.
I'm sorry, Father, but that's why we can't remove the body. We'll have to call the sheriff's office in Hollister. Can you tell me where I can find a phone?
Yes, there's one at the mission. If you don't mind, I'll stay here. I have work to do.
Father Paulino was right. He had work to do, the ecclesiastical kind, and he did it in a simple and impressive way. San Juan Bautista, with a population of a little over 600, and we run plop into a murder. Mallard said he'd go back to the mission and make the call, and left. 45 minutes later, the undersheriff of San Benito County drove up with Mallard. He asked the standard questions, but learned nothing. We went over the house with a fine-tooth comb, but we came up with a blank. There being nothing else to do at the moment, the men put the body in the sheriff's car, and he drove back to Hollister, and we returned to the mission.
Would you care to take a stroll about the gardens, Miss Matson? It's most peaceful. Makes a wonderful place for clear thinking.
Well, yes, Father, I'd love to. Mallard?
You go ahead, Candy. I promised the sheriff I'd take a look around town for him.
Oh, sure.
Want to come along with me, Rembrandt?
Yes, I believe I will, if you don't mind, Candy.
No, not at all.
One thing before you go. You will be my guests for dinner, won't you?
That's most gracious of you, Father. What do you think, Candy?
I think it would be charming.
Okay. We'll see you back in a little while, then.
This is a tragic thing, Miss Matson. Vicente was a splendid lad and a good Christian.
I know how you must feel, Father.
I never could understand why there must be things of this sort in the world. Not only between individuals, but countries and nations as well.
It is hard to comprehend. The more I try to reason, the more confused I become. About Vicente, Father, who do you suppose could have done it?
I don't know. I really don't.
How about Miguel?
What? Oh, no, Miss Matson. Why, he and Vicente were like brothers.
Brothers sometimes quarrel, you know.
Not in this case. Miguel is a good boy. Why, he works here at the mission.
You'll pardon me, Father, but in my business I find I have to be doubtful at times.
What is your business, Miss Matson?
I'm a private investigator, Father.
How very curious.
Yes, I suppose it is, but in a sense, you're a policeman too, Father.
I?
Yes. You police the soul, don't you? Ride herd on the thoughts and actions of men?
Why, yes. I'd never thought of it that way before. Yes, in a sense, I suppose I do wear a badge. I wear the badge of righteousness, the star of God.
Father Paulino was a wonderful man. As we walked about the mission gardens, he spoke of many things, but in parallels, all connected in some way with the killing of poor Vicente. The time passed swiftly. I was so engrossed in listening to the kindly voice of the man, and before I knew it, Mallard and Rembrandt had returned, and it was time for dinner. Miguel did the cooking and waited on the table. The dinner was a masterpiece of simplicity, and if it hadn't been for the tragedy of the afternoon, I would have been enjoying a serenity I'd never known before. Did Vicente live out there all by himself, Father?
Yes, the house belonged to him. He's a descendant of one of the original families of San Juan. His great-great-great-grandfather owned one of the largest ranchos in California. It stretched from here to the Pacific Ocean.
That's a lot of property.
Indeed. You see, it was given to him by the King of Spain under one of the original Spanish land grants. I understand there still are some in existence.
Yes, I believe there are. But they've all been chopped up and sold in much smaller parcels.
Did Vicente work, Father?
Oh, yes, he was a good worker. Seasonally, in the artichoke fields and the lettuce fields. In the off-seasons, he did odd jobs about the town.
Speaking of town, Father, do you know a woman named Rose Taylor?
Why do you ask that?
Do you?
Yes. Why do you mention the name?
There's a little bar down the street.
Yes, I know. The frailties of mankind.
The fellow who runs the place says there's been talk about Vicente being kind of loco over the Taylor girl.
I'd heard something of the sort, too. I was going to speak to him about it on Sunday.
How long has she been here, Father?
She arrived about 2 months ago. I'm afraid she's been a disturbing influence on our little village ever since.
Did you talk to her, Mallard?
No.
Where does she live, Father?
In a small cottage over on 2nd and Polk Street.
I think we ought to take a little walk over there, don't you, Mallard?
Right as rain, Cupcake. I dropped by her place before dinner, but she wasn't in.
Oh, you know where it is, then?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Please don't think it's rude, Father, but it's something we have to follow through on.
I understand, Miss Matson.
We got up from the table and went outside the mission. We pulled our coats closely about us, and little jets of steam came from our mouths as we breathed the crisp evening air. We'd only gone about a dozen steps or so when we were stopped by a voice from behind.
Please, Senorita Matson, senor.
Huh?
Why, it's Miguel. What is it, Miguel? Something wrong?
I hear you talking inside. You are going over to see Senorita Taylor?
That's right.
Oh, please, no. The Senorita Taylor, she is a good girl. She would not to hurt anyone.
That's not what Father Paulino seems to think.
Oh, the good father, he does not know much about the outside. All his life, he live in the mission. He is, how would you say, is secluded.
The good father may be secluded, Miguel, but I have a strong hunch he knows more about what's going on around here than anyone in town.
Oh, but please, you believe me? Senorita Taylor, she is a good person.
Look, Miguel, you want to find out who killed Vicente, don't you?
Oh, see?
Well, that's what we're trying to do. Now, you be a good boy, Miguel, and don't get yourself all in the stew. We left Miguel and walked over a couple of blocks to 2nd and Polk Street. We found the cottage and saw a light in the front window. Mallard knocked. And what opened the door would have been a delight on any movie screen, if you like your beauty the hard way. Rose Taylor, it was obvious, could raise an awful lot of havoc with the local swains.
Something you wanted?
Yes, we'd like to talk to you for a moment, if you don't mind.
Yes, I do mind. I'm kind of busy.
I'm sorry, Miss Taylor, but you'll have to unbusy yourself. This is the police.
Police. Always the police. Why can't you let me alone?
You've been in trouble before?
Nothing serious.
Might be this time. You know a kid named Vicente?
Yeah, I heard what happened. These crazy kids. They have a yen for knifings and shootings.
Don't they just? This is Lieutenant Mallard. He tells me he was by here this afternoon, and you weren't in.
That's right. I went into Salinas to do some shopping.
We can prove that, can we?
Absolutely.
Well, what have we here? A very cozy little .32 revolver, and also nicely cleaned and oiled. You always keep it this immaculate, Miss Taylor?
Certainly. When some character gets too much tequila under the belt, you don't know what's going to happen.
And the suitcase on the bed. Are you getting ready to go somewhere?
Wait. If you're trying to make out that I knocked off Vicente, you're just whistling Dixie in 4 flats. Look, a telegram. If you'll take the time and the courtesy to read it, you'll find that my sister in Los Angeles is a very sick girl. I was going down to spend a week or so with her. What is this, a convention hall? Come in.
Buenas noches, senorita.
Miguel, beat it. I'm busy.
I am sorry. I am sorry. I have a message for Senorita Matson and for you, senor. Father Paulino sent me.
A message? What is it, Miguel?
The sheriff in Hollister just called on the telephone. He said to tell Senor Mallard that the bullet that killed Vicente was from a .32 caliber gun.
From San Francisco, the National Broadcasting Company is presenting Candy Matson, YUkon 28209.
Well, now, a .32 slug had killed Vicente, and Miss Taylor owned a .32 gun. It looked practically tailor-made. However, I've seen coincidences like this before that have gone up in thin smoke. Mallard plucked the rose and asked her to return to the mission. And right there, I got me a king-sized idea. I excused myself, went to the little bar, and from the owner, I found out where the local banker lived. 5 minutes later, I was in his living room talking to him, a gentleman named Banta.
Yes, it's terrible. I only heard about it a half hour ago. Vicente was a splendid lad.
That's what I've heard. Well, the reason I'm here, Mr. Banta, is to inquire about his financial status. Did he do any banking at all?
Oh, yes. Up to about 5 or 6 weeks ago.
Uh-oh. Can you tell me more?
Well, he had a savings account of approximately $2,800. Suddenly, he began making withdrawals. 200, 300 at a time. Yesterday, he made another withdrawal. He'd left a total of $400 in his account.
Well, what do you know about that?
Well, he said he was having trouble with his crops this year. The rain and all that.
Mm-hmm. What about Miguel Torres?
Now, that's a very strange thing. He had an account of $900. That's practically gone, too. I assumed he was helping his friend Vicente.
I smell a very well-shaped rodent. Name of Taylor. Thanks, Mr. Banta. You've been a great help. Things seem to be taking shape. It looked like the old story of a no-good playing both ends against the middle. Both ends being Vicente and Miguel. The no-good? Rose Taylor. Scattered pieces of the puzzle were beginning to fall in place. Father Paulino. At first I couldn't believe it. And I wondered what his reaction would be. Next step, the bartender at the village pub. I walked in and caught him at a good time. The place was empty.
Good evening. What can I do for you?
A package of cigarettes, please.
Sure. How are these?
No, the others, if you will.
All right.
Thank
There you are. Anything else?
Mm-hmm. Information.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Miguel Torres and a kid named Vicente. Did they come in here often?
Who are you?
Private investigator. Here. My merit badge.
Yeah, that's a new one, a lady cop.
Ah, the world is ever-changing, Buster. Now the answer.
Yeah, they used to come in about once a week. Usually on Saturday nights.
Drink much?
Nah, good kids, both of them.
When were they in here last?
Well, let's see. Yeah, night before last.
Any arguments?
They're so soft-spoken, those kind of guys, it's hard to tell. But now that you mention it, I think there was a bit of a rhubarb going on.
Who was taking the lead?
Torres. I gather he was sort of griped about something. Not too loud, not much fire.
That's when it gets dangerous. And they weren't drunk?
Nope. And I can spot a lush at 40 paces. They each had a beer and left.
Thanks, mister. Here, buy yourself a cup of Christmas cheer.
Well, thank you.
Click, another piece of the puzzle in place. And all roads led right back to the mission. With the exception of the late Vicente, we had the full cast of characters front stage center. And a neat little bit of intrigue it was, too. As I drew near, the warm lights of the mission were streaking through the windows, contrasting greatly to the thoughts that were going around in my head. I walked in. Father Paulino was sitting over his desk, his head buried on his arms. Mallard was leaning back in a chair, watching Rose Taylor, who in turn was smoking a cigarette and pacing the room. Rembrandt was reading a copy of the National Geographic. All heads snapped to me as I entered.
Hi, Cupcake. Have fun?
Of sorts. What's new here?
Oh, waiting for the sheriff from Hollister. He's going to book the Taylor lady on suspicion of murder. That way he can hold her.
I think I have somebody else for him to hold. Father Paulino?
Yes, Miss Matson.
I think you know what I'm about to say.
Yes. Yes, I think I do.
Where is he?
In the next room. I'll call him. Miguel, my son.
Si, Padre.
Come in here, please.
Si.
Miss Matson wants to talk to you.
You're here in the mission now, Miguel. You're standing right under the cross. You can't lie. You killed Vicente, didn't you?
Yes.
Why?
I love her. I give her everything I have. My love, my heart, my money, everything. She tell me that she is mine, all mine. That we will be married right here in the mission by the good Father Paulino. Then last week, I find she is also making the pretend love to Vicente. I almost went crazy.
You told Vicente to stay away.
See, that is right. But last night, I stand across the street from Senorita Rose's house. Vicente was there. And as they say goodnight on the front porch, she kissed him and pat his cheek, just as she did to me.
And so you shot him this afternoon. With a .38. And when the sheriff called, you told us it was a .32, knowing that Rose also had a .32.
See, that is right. But you would never get me for it.
Mallard, Father, come on, don't let him get away.
There he goes, up on that wall.
Miguel, stop. You can't run away for the rest of your life.
I have no life, Father.
Miguel, watch out. You're going to...
He's done for. Broken back.
Is the pain bad, my son?
No, Father. Am I dying?
Yes, Miguel.
You see, I told you I had no life left. The bells, you hear them, Padre?
Yes. They're ringing, Miguel.
Time for the company. You will pray for me, Father Paulino?
Of course. Merciful Jesus, all-knowing, all-seeing, look down upon us this night, so close upon thine own natal day. This boy I'm holding in my arms, Miguel Torres, he has trespassed upon thy commandments. In thine infinite mercy, I seek his forgiveness.
Thank you, Father. Thank you.
He's gone, Father Paulino.
Yes. Requiescat in pace. May his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
Where is she, the Taylor woman?
I'm right here, Father.
Look upon this boy I'm holding here, the second death in a matter of hours, and all because of you.
I know.
In the eyes of the law, you are guiltless. You pulled no trigger to cause the death of Vicente. Miguel fell off a wall to his death, but it was because of you.
I realize that now.
Do you really?
Yes, Father.
And perhaps in this hour of dark tragedy, something has been salvaged after all. This is the Yuletide, the anniversary of the birth of Christ. In his infinite wisdom, the Almighty is charitable. Rose Taylor, seek his forgiveness. Leave San Juan Bautista. I'm sure Miguel and Vicente would want it that way. Start anew. Lead a penitent life. It is not too late. Tell me, child, do you recall Mary Magdalene?
I do, Father.
Need I say more?
No.
Someone help me with Miguel. We will carry him back to the chapel and finish the compliment there.
I will, Father.
Thank you. Yes.
There's a remarkable man, Candy.
More than you know, Mallard, dear. Peace on earth, goodwill toward man and woman. In these troublesome times, there is a brilliant, shining example of what we have to hold on to.
You know, I wish there was a Father Paulino in every country of the world. We'd have more time for raising kids than for killing them.
My point exactly. Come on, Mallard, dear. Let's get back to San Francisco. I have a special star to put on my Christmas tree tonight. For all the Father Paulinos that ever lived.
Listen again next week at this same time. Just dial
Candy Matson YUkon 28209. And a very Merry Christmas to you all.
Featured in the story were Hal Burdick as Father Paulino, Lou Tobin as Miguel Torres, and Jane Bennett Carnell as Rose Taylor. Henry Leff is Lieutenant Ray Mallard, and Jack Thomas plays Rembrandt Watson. The program stars Natalie Masters as Candy and is written and directed by Monty Masters. Sound effects are created by Bill Brownell, and Eloise Rowan is heard at the organ. Our engineer was Clarence Stevens. The characters in the story were entirely fictitious. Any resemblance to actual people is purely coincidental. The program comes to you from San Francisco. This is Dudley Manlove speaking. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Hello, YUkon 28209. Yes, this is Candy Matson.
I do declare, Candy, this is a madder dash than the one made by Paul Revere. Look out for that man.
I see him, Rembrandt.
I know it, you know it, but does he? What's the reason for this wild scramble, girl?
I started to explain, Ducky. Look at that car up ahead about a block.
Yes, it's a police car.
That's right. And do you know who's driving? Lieutenant Ray Mallard. That's who. Whom?
So Mallard's driving. There's no reason to get yourself such a snit. I imagine the lad's driven before.
I'm not worried about the mechanical aspects of placing a car in motion and guiding it to a predetermined terminal. It's the reason behind it that bothers me.
What's that reason being what?
I don't know what the reason is, and that's the rub. For days, Mallard's been avoiding me like the plague. I call him on the phone, all I get are muffled sentences. Nothing makes sense. Last night I waited in front of the Hall of Justice and followed him when he left.
And where did he lead you, dear? Into a pool room or some such thing?
No, pool room I wouldn't have minded. I shoot a pretty good stick of snooker, you know.
That's beside the point, Candy. Come now, concentrate. Where did Mallard lead you?
To a small hotel on Ellis Street. He met a man in the lobby who was wearing dark glasses. They huddled in a corner and talked for a while. Then Mallard left. I didn't duck back fast enough, and Mallard saw me. Oh, brother, what a bawling out I got.
How strange.
With that, he got in his car and drove away like frantic.
That certainly doesn't sound like Mallard.
I called to apologize this morning. He wouldn't even talk to me. And now this. He never drives a squad car unless it's absolutely necessary.
Now you've got me curious. Something must be up.
You're darn tootin', and I want in on it.
Yes. Who does Mallard think he is, keeping things from us like this?
Oh, he's stopping. I'd better hold it up right here.
He's getting out, Candy?
So I see. Look, he's waving up at the middle flat. Do you see anyone in the window up there, Ducky?
Yes, a man. I can't quite make out his features, though.
Yes, he's waving back.
Well, what's Mallard doing now?
Going up the stairs and in. How do you like that?
Rather delicious, isn't it? Oh, I squirm with intrigue.
Well, I squirm, too. Come on, Rembrandt, squirm out of the car. This is one time I don't mind doing a shadow job strictly for free.
From San Francisco, the National Broadcasting Company presents another yarn in the adventures of that attractive private eye, Candy Matson, YUkon 28209.
I knew there was something wrong 3 days before. Whenever I walk into Mallard's office in the Hall of Justice, where he lieutenants for the San Francisco homicide, and all I get out of the big guy is an ugh, something's foul in Dixie. You can play that in any key you like. And the ughs kept up, mentally and verbally. Add that situation with Mallard's mysterious friend in the dark glasses, and you've got something. Especially when Lieutenant Boy stops off at an old flat, waves to a gent, the gent waves back, and Mallard goes inside. Now we're all tidy and up to date. We waited for about 20 minutes outside by my car. 2 or 3 other people came and went. Finally, Mallard came out, carrying a very small box in his hands. He put it inside his coat pocket. The bulge wouldn't show any more than usual. That's where he keeps his police gun. Then he got in his car and drove off. Rembrandt and I immediately went to work. Object? A social call on our unknown friend in the second-floor window.
I must say, Candy, this is most mystifying.
That it is, Ducky. In all the years I've known Mallard, I've never seen him act like this before.
What are we up to now, Dove?
We're going to take a look at the guy Mallard went to see. Find out what he looks like. Sort of a racket he's in.
And supposing Mallard hears about it, won't you be even further into the doghouse?
Indubitably, faithful old friend. But that's the chance I'll have to take. Here we are. Little flat. This must be one of those babies built before the fire and the quake.
Yes, all 1906 conveniences, including a door knocker.
Well, give it a blast, Ducky.
As you say, this sort of place gives me a galloping case of depression.
Yeah, I know what you mean. All the ghosts of the past half-century. Try it again, Rembrandt.
Any harder, and the building will slide off its foundations.
What is this? You could have heard that last knock out of the Farallones.
Maybe he didn't hear you.
Anyone in the neighborhood would have heard that knock. I'm going to try the door. Voila. Except that it only moves about 2 inches.
Shove on it, dear.
My thought's exact. It gives a little. Help me, Rembrandt.
Very well.
Hey, look. Under the door. That's blood.
I wouldn't call it ketchup.
Come on. Once again and harder.
Oh, my word.
That's the polite term. This guy's as dead as they come. And look.
What, dear?
This is the Joe Mallard was talking to in the hotel lobby, even to the dark glasses.
I wonder what Mallard will say about this.
I was wondering the same thing. Come on, Rembrandt. I don't think I feel very well. That was an understatement. I felt worse than that. But I had to follow through now. Our next step took us down to the Hall of Justice for a little visit with Mallard. He was in. Just beat us back by about 10 minutes. He was still wearing the same scowl he had on the last time I'd spoken to him. You still mad at me, Mallard?
No, I'm mad at myself.
Did you stub your toe somewhere along the line, Minion? Is that it?
No, but I'm about to.
What do you mean by that, Footflat?
You'll find out. And it's all your fault, too.
You mean about last night, my following you?
No, that was a dirty trick, but I forgive you. It isn't that.
Then what is it?
Yes, for goodness sake, stop sounding like a threepenny thrill book.
I'll say what I have to say in my own good time, and nobody can force me to do otherwise.
I've got news for you, Junior. The police can make you talk.
The police? What kind of triple talk is this?
We followed you out to that flat just now. We saw everything.
What? Oh, the underhanded... So, you know.
Yes, but why did you do it, Mallard?
Because I'm a fool. Just a plain fool, and I ought to have my head examined.
Also, the poor fellow you left out there. He needs his head examined, too.
He sure does. It's got a hole in it about the size a .45 slug would make.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
Don't you know?
I thought I did. Now I don't think so. Now, come on, quick. What's this hole in the head routine?
He's serious, Candy.
I really think he is.
All right, I'm serious. Come on, spill.
Okay. I'll tell it to you like you don't know. We followed you out there. You wave up to the second story. Man looks out the window and waves back.
Check.
You go inside. We wait 20 minutes further away. You come out with a small object in your hands. You put said object in the inside coat pocket.
Good report. Most efficient.
You drive off. We go up to pay a visit. The host wasn't willing. He'd been shot to death.
What? Oh, brother. And you thought I'd done it?
Well? Well, really, Mallard, I don't see anything to laugh about.
That's because you're not sitting where I am. Oh, Sister Susie, did you get your clues all fouled up? Let's get out of here. We got work to do.
My mental reflexes climbed on a merry-go-round and whirled gaily for several moments. I was really confused. I didn't have time to do much about it because Mallard whisked us back to the flat. An hour later, the joint had been carefully gone over, photographed, and the body of the poor guy removed to the coroner's office for an autopsy report. It didn't take long to find out that I was right. It had been a .45 that did the dirty work. Rembrandt had to leave, so I went back with Mallard to his office.
Still think I had something to do with this thing, Cupcake?
Oh, in my heart of hearts, no. But of course not. But, jeepers, look at the facts, Mallard. You come out, we go up. The guy's stiff as a starched shirt. What would you think?
The same thing you thought.
The time element is what gets me. Not more than 3 minutes had elapsed between the time you left and the time we got up there.
I know. I can account for that, I think. But I'm not going to. As a matter of fact, there are several things I could account for, but I'm not going to.
Now who's doing the triple talk?
I am, deliberately. I'm going to tell you something, Candy. Listen carefully. You're a cute little old snoop. You've snooped your way into the middle of this thing, and I'm going to toss it right into your lap and let you snoop your way out. And when you come up with the right answers, you're going to get the shock of your life.
I am, he.
I think so. At least it was quite a shock to me.
You mean you've got the solution to this deal already?
Part of it.
You're a much smarter Footflat than I thought you were.
I don't know who killed the guy, if that's what you mean.
I take it back, then. And now you really got me all topsy-turvy.
No, this is working out even better than I thought it would. Okay, Tootsie, you've got the ball. It's all yours. Take it from here.
You mean you actually want me to help you on this deal?
Sure. Who knows? You might come up with something. Now beat it, will you? I gotta find me a killer.
I was so puzzled by then that I wanted to rap the guy over his head. I fought off the impulse and left. If he gave me carte blanche on the killing, I was going to take advantage of it, if for no other reason than to prove I was right and Mallard wasn't the joker who did it. There's only one place to start, back at the flat where the guy had been done in. The cops had gone, so I did some question work. The landlady lived in the flat below. No, she didn't know the man. A gal named Jennifer Shirley had leased the middle flat for the past 5 years. I swung a deal with the landlady, got the key to same, not the landlady, the flat, and moved in. I had a good night's sleep and waited all the next day. Nothing. The odd thing about the deal was the fact that the cops hadn't been back. They usually return for a double check. So the next night I hit the sack again. About midnight, my dreams of a vine-covered cottage in the country with Mallard were rudely shattered by a sound. The sound of a key in the lock of the door. Oh, sorry, I frightened Jennifer. Take it easy. Everything will be okay.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm coming to that. Excuse me. And you are Jennifer Shirley, aren't you?
That's right.
Excuse my nightie. If I'd have known you was coming, I'd have gone formal.
Just what is all this? And what are you doing in my flat?
Where have you been, Jennifer?
Seattle? Why?
Didn't you read the papers up that way?
I was too busy.
Know a man named Everett Stone?
Of course I do. He's a very good friend of mine. He was up from Los Angeles on business, and I let him use my flat. And now you're here. I don't understand this at all.
Look over there at your front door. Everett Stone was shot to death right on that spot.
Everett? Dead? I can't believe it.
I'm sorry, it's true. You can prove you were in Seattle, Jennifer.
Yes. Here. My plane ticket receipt and the stubs on my luggage. I just got in at the airport less than an hour ago.
Just for the record, where did you stay in Seattle?
At the Olympic Hotel.
We can prove that, too, can we?
Of course. Now, wait just a moment. The shock of all this slowed me down for a second or two. Just who are you, and what are you doing here?
Simmer down, Jennifer. My name's Matson, Candy Matson. I'm a private investigator.
Oh, yes, I've heard of you.
I'm trying to find out who knocked off your friend Stone. You got any ideas?
Several.
So have I. One being this. Does everyone around here wear dark glasses? You've got a pair on, too. Same kind Everett Stone was wearing.
Here, have a cigarette.
Thanks. Got something you want to tell, Jennifer?
Yes, I do. The dark glasses are standard equipment for the type of work we're in.
And what would that be?
We're gem dealers, precious stones. Whenever we have a valuable piece of property in our possession, we're required by bond to wear these dark glasses.
A disguise, so to speak?
That's right. When Everett arrived from Los Angeles, he had with him the Cape Hatteras diamond. You've heard of it?
Who hasn't? Worth about $500,000.
That's right. He was on his way to Seattle to show it to a prospective buyer. The first night here, Everett appeared on a television show to display the diamond. And as he left, he knew he was being followed. He called me and asked me if we could make a switch. Wanted to know if I'd take the diamond on up to Seattle and try to make the sale.
And he'd stay here, is that right?
Right.
It was a good switch, except that Everett got himself knocked off for his trouble. Have you got the diamond with you?
Right here, in my purse. Look.
What a little beauty. And not so little as that.
No.
Oh, it's the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. And you just carry it around in your purse like that?
Certainly. Who'd think to look in a woman's purse?
Yeah, you've got a point. Lipstick, mascara, streetcar tokens, loose change, but not a $500,000 rock. Did Everett say what the man looked like, Jennifer, the one who was following?
Yes. He wrote a complete description for me.
Have you got it?
Also in my purse. Here.
Yikes.
Miss Matson, you're white as a sheet. What's wrong?
Plenty's wrong. This describes a certain Lieutenant Ray Mallard to a T.
From San Francisco, you are listening to a National Broadcasting Company presentation, Candy Matson, YUkon 28209.
I slipped out of my nightie, slipped into my street clothes, slipped Jennifer a wet fish handshake, slipped out the door, slipped into my car, and slipped home to my penthouse on Telegraph Hill, and from there I kept right on slipping. That description was Mallard's beyond all doubt. What made it worse was the fact that Rembrandt and I had seen Mallard coming out of the flat with a small package that could have been a jewel box. I didn't sleep much that night, and that's for sure. In the morning, I put myself together as best I could and once again made the dismal journey down to the Hall of Justice and into Mallard's office.
How you doing, Cupcake?
Not too well. I have some rather unpleasant news.
Such as like what?
Mallard Everett Stone was a gem broker.
Good for you. You've got clue number one.
You knew that?
Don't be ridiculous, Candy. That came out of McGuffey's reader.
Number two. He had the Cape Hatteras diamond with him when he arrived from Los Angeles.
Atta girl, you're getting warm.
He switched the rock to a gal named Jennifer Shirley. She took the diamond on up to Seattle because Everett thought he was being tailed.
Hey, you're getting better and better. What's next?
You mean none of this is news to you?
Old hat so far.
Well, maybe this won't be old hat. Everett wrote a description of the guy he thought was following him. He gave it to Jennifer. It's you right on the nose, Mallard boy.
What?
It's you, including the little mole you have behind your right ear. You don't look so good, Mallard, dear. Don't you think you ought to tell me what it's all about?
Maybe I better. I can't for the life of me figure out. Wait a minute. Sure. Of course. You had me worried there for a minute, Cupcake.
Doggone, what is this, Mallard? I'm getting mad.
You'll find out.
Oh, I'll find out. But when will I find out?
Ooh, saved by the bell. Excuse me a minute. Detective Matson.
Oh, sure.
Lieutenant Mallard, homicide.
Lieutenant, this is Sergeant O'Flaherty down on radio. We just got a report from Prowl Car 36.
Yeah, O'Flaherty.
There's been a dame killed out in that same flat, name of Jennifer Shirley.
It was then I knew that Mallard was really in the clear. The phone dropped out of his hands, and he looked as if he'd been slugged with a belaying pin. Mallard had work to do, so I left. Only this time I didn't go back to the flat. I have tenderloin connections. So, putting two and two together, I started making the rounds down around Turk Street. Turk, Ellis, Eddie, the whole section where the Easy Street boys hang out. I came up with nothing. Nothing until I stumbled into a little bar near Eddy Street on Leavenworth. I came face to face with an old acquaintance of mine. Name of, Montgomery the Mole.
Well, for crying in my beer and making it salty. Look what the height I just washed in. Hiya, Candy.
Hiya, Montgomery.
I ain't seen you since the night you caught up with me former pal, Willie Clark.
Oh, I'm sorry I had to do that, Montgomery.
Oh, I ain't. Hanging'd be too good for that crump bum. A little second story work ain't too far out of line. I can even swallow a well-executed stick-up. But when it comes to kidnapping and murder, us honest characters draw the line.
That's why I'm here, Montgomery.
Yeah?
There have been 2 killings in the last 4 days.
The grapevine must be slipping. I don't hear nothing about no rub-outs.
They've been kept quiet for a reason. Just what the reason is, I don't know. Have you heard about any of out-of-town ice men dropping in the last few days?
Nah, not a one.
Now, look, here's a 20, Montgomery. That's all I've got. I'll send you 20 more first thing in the morning. Is your memory improving?
Ooh, just like I never lost it.
Well, is there a jewel boy in town?
Look right ahead of you up at the bar.
Yeah?
That's him. If he ain't a hot ice juggler, my name ain't Montgomery. Got in just about 4 days ago. Calls himself Finch.
Oh, Montgomery, I loves you. I'm moving over there. Do me a favor. Tip the bartender off. Tell him to keep my drinks well watered. It didn't take long. A guy from out of town gets lonesome. I was sitting at the bar no more than 3 minutes, and we were old friends. He kept the drinks coming, and by closing time, he really had a snoot full. He offered to drive me home, and, naturally, I accepted. We got out on the sidewalk, and suddenly he darted back into the tavern. When he returned, he was carrying something in a paper bag. We found his car and climbed in. Don't you think you ought to let me drive, Mr. Finch?
No.
Quite a few.
I can handle this little old car. I'm sort of stranger here. You'll have to tell me which way to go.
Oh, sure. You go straight up Leavenworth here, and then you turn right on Bush. I'll direct you after that.
Okie doke.
Oh, you sing real pretty. When did you say you got into town, Mr. Finch?
About 4 days ago. Let's see. Yeah, that's right.
What sort of business are you in?
Business? I'm in no business. Retired, sort of.
Oh.
Got lots of money. Get lots more, too. Hey, look out for that bag.
Oh, I'm sorry. How clumsy of me. There. Why, it's a purse. Why, Mr. Finch.
Put it back. It's a present for my sister in Riverside.
Oh, how thoughtful. Oh, turn left on Kearney Street, will you?
Sure.
Then when you get to Washington, turn right 1 block to Montgomery Street. It's right on the corner. Would you care to come up for a nightcap, Mr. Finch?
Hey, now, that sounds like a very good idea. Sure. Nightcap.
Yeah. The corner of Washington and Montgomery is just half a block from Mallard's office in the Hall of Justice. With any luck, I could do a bloodless turnover to Lieutenant Boy. I reached down by my side, got my .32 out of my purse, and held it under my coat. We arrived at our destination, and Finch helped me get out of the car. There was only one pale light to illuminate the street, which was just what I wanted.
There you are.
You go ahead a little way, Mr. Finch. There seems to be something wrong with one of my heels.
Oh, sure. Oh.
Don't turn around, Mr. Finch. Not if you value your life. This is a gun I've got stuck in your back, and believe me, I know how to use it.
Say, what goes on here? I'm almost broke, if that's what you're
This
after.
isn't a stick-up. See that door up the street in that big building? Just keep walking right on into that door. He started walking, and I hung back a few paces. I didn't want to lose this baby. He was too good. Because that purse he had in the paper bag was the one owned by Jennifer Shirley. I'd never be able to forget that purse. It contained the Cape Hatteras diamond. I marched him into Mallard's office, and Mallard was in. I gave him the full scoop, and in less than half an hour, we had one sad Finch behind locked bars with the promise of a full written confession of 2 killings and 1 diamond theft. I had never seen anything fall into place so easily. A few minutes after we returned to Mallard's office from putting Finch into his ungilded cage, there was a knock on Mallard's door.
Come in.
Is I Gumshoe? What on earth did you call me for at this hour of the night or morning?
Yeah, come on in, Rembrandt. This ought to be fun.
Tom, you too.
Yeah.
Why aren't you home getting your beauty rest?
Oh, we just wound up a couple of killings, dear. Those of Everett Stone's and Jennifer Shirley's.
Well, bully for you. And I had nothing to do with it. Candy did it all. I left her strictly alone, and she came through like a trooper. There's only one little thing she's overlooked. When she comes up with that, she'll have solved her best and last case.
Last case? What are you talking about, Mallard?
Captain Mallard, this is Riley on the top deck.
Captain Mallard? What is this?
Yeah, Riley.
We got this Finch joker all booked and fingerprinted. He's in the Lysol dip now, then we'll tuck him into Betty Bye for the night.
Good.
We're changing shifts now. Anything else you want from me?
No, Riley, you can knock off.
Fine, Captain. Oh, and all the boys up here send down congratulations.
Oh, thanks, Riley. See you tomorrow.
You? A captain, Mallard?
Well, that's right.
Well, by Jove, I think that's splendid. Congratulations, minion.
Thanks, Rembrandt.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy again. He's a captain. And what's this stuff about my best and last case? Give out here, Mallard boy.
Doggone it, you're missing the most important clue in this whole case. Now, let's review it.
Go ahead, girl. I'm bursting me buttons.
Okay. I first get suspicious when you turn grumpy on me, Mallard.
That's when I was wrestling with myself over a decision.
That's right. Then you meet the Stone guy in a small hotel on Ellis Street.
Well, we had business. That's where he wanted to meet me.
Then you go out to those flats. You wave, he waves, you go in. When you come out, you're carrying something. We go up, Stone is dead. Later, I meet Jennifer Shirley. She shows me the Cape Hatteras diamond. But she also shows me something else. A description written by Stone, a description fitting you exactly.
Here. Look what was in Jennifer's purse, along with the diamond.
What?
Another description. One that fits Finch. Everett Stone accidentally gave Jennifer the wrong slip of paper, the one that described me.
Oh, for Pete's sake. That sure had me worried, Mallard, dear.
Isn't there something else that worries you, Cupcake?
Yes, there is, darn it, but I can't put my finger on... Wait a minute. That's it. The package. The one you carried down the stairs from that flat.
At last, you finally did it, Candy. Here it is, right here. Open it, see for yourself.
Okay. Mallard, it's beautiful. What a lovely ring. Did you steal this from Everett Stone?
Sure did. The price he gave me made it a first-class deal. Why don't you try it on?
Ooh, I'd love to.
Oh, I don't think you're putting it on the right finger, Candy.
Which finger do you mean, Mallard?
Third finger, left hand.
Oh, you don't mean that. Mallard, tell me.
I want you to be my wife, Candy, dear.
Oh, say it again, will you, Mallard, dear? This is only another one of those fool dreams of mine, I'm sure.
It's not a dream, Cupcake. I mean it. More than I've ever meant anything in my life. Will you marry me, Candy?
You big idiot. You don't need the answer to that.
I wasn't asking you.
Oh, yes, I'll marry you. Captain, dear. Forever and ever.
Do you see now what I meant about this being your best and last case?
Oh, yes, but you're wrong. I have another and a bigger case coming up.
What's that, you little monkey?
Just trying to be an awfully good wife to you.
My word, I was wondering.
What, Rembrandt?
When you're married, how shall I address you?
Oh, that's easy. Just Mrs. Captain Mallard. Well, I won't even have to change my initials.
For excitement and adventure and romance, just dial...
Candy Mallard. Mrs. Captain Ray. YUkon 282. Oh, that won't be my phone number. Oh, gee, I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm saying.
Heard on the program were Jerry Walter as Montgomery the Mole, John Grover as Finch, and Helen Klebe as Jennifer Shirley. Jack Thomas is Rembrandt Watson, and Henry Leff is Captain Ray Mallard. The program stars Natalie Masters as Candy and is written and directed by Monty Masters. Sound effects are created by Bill Brownell, and Eloise Rowan is heard at the organ. Our engineer was Phil Ryder. The characters in the story were entirely fictitious. Any resemblance to actual people or names is purely coincidental. The program came to you from San Francisco, and this is Bud Heide speaking. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.